Joe Pontello.
Next week. It's right here. We're on.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. Red Solo Cup. I fill you up.
I love it. Go ahead, Bobby. Yeah. Limo talk. Yes.
Hey,
Hi.
look at us.
It's us.
We're on.
Ins 41. Bobby Ins 41. Inzarello. The man, the myth, the legend, the funniest guy that I know. Richard Zarelli, bought up extraordinaire. Not here tonight. Anthony Grazia Day, leaving at 10:05 tonight for the Ins 41 show from 10:05 to 11 o'clock with comedian Brendan Ryan, who Bobby's never met.
Brendan Ryan. I don't know.
You've never met him.
I don't know. Is he coming? Definitely coming?
Yeah, he's definitely coming.
Otherwise, I'm here alone, and I got a lot of material on my phone.
I know you do. In the back.
I got a lot of shit, a lot of subjects I could talk about. So I just came from a United Community Party.
You look fantastic.
Fundraiser for John Tuffarelli and Sean Wright, Valley Stream.
Yep, we like them.
Which we are all going to say now that those are the people we're voting for. John's been he's been a friend of mine for a long time, and he's running for trustee again for his. Wait a minute now, 5th term.
Put the headphones on. You don't like this song. Just for a second.
Well,
Put it like this. Put it like this. Look, behind you, like that. Trust me.
I'm going to do the B-Mel look.
Yeah, do the B-Mel look. Yes.
B-Mel always did the...
in the back. All right, in the back is the boy.
What's
his name back here?
Bobby Lucera.
Bobby Lucera in the back, helping us out tonight as usual. StrongIslandTV.com, GothamGoldGraz.com for all your transportation needs.
You told me to listen to the fucking music, and you haven't shut up yet.
That's the Ins41.com for all your transportation needs. Go ahead, listen. Who is this? Come on now. You don't know who this is?
I'm getting drug flashbacks. Wait a minute.
I still have them all the time. Alice in Chains.
Right, okay. I was going to get it.
People
why are we playing this, though?
Because I like this type of music.
I like this type of music.
Yeah.
I like this type of music, too, but I just don't know what the pertinence is.
Because I'm trying, after 13 years, not to put the same show on to start the show. And we have over 450 to 500 shows we've done. I've got to pick different music.
450 to 500.
Yeah.
We're not sure. Somewhere in that ballpark.
Well, how many did we do from WGBB until Governors?
I don't know. It's probably 100 or so.
Okay. And we did 5 years of shows at Governors. That's up on the website, ins41.com. And then we did Nicolia's, right?
Oh, Nicolia's, the Chalice Mansion.
The Chalice Mansion, who has invited you to his birthday party, right?
April 5th.
Out in I think it's the Hamptons, Fire Island. The fucking what a perfect spot for that kid. Michael, can I touch you in the right areas? Happy birthday. I love you.
Nice speedo.
You got a nice chalice. I like it a lot. No, we love Michael Nicolia.
That I think I would like to go to that, sure.
Yeah, I think we're going to go to that one. So we're going to go visit Michael Nicolia in Fire Island for his birthday. And I have to tell you something. Michael Nicolia has donated, not too much, but a low price for the portable podcast studio that we now have purchased from him. So we have a podcast studio now. Did you know that?
No, I had no clue.
We can go anywhere you want.
I knew that you were talking to him about the equipment that was once in the Chalice Mansion.
Yes.
But
that's correct.
All right. The dungeon of the Chalice Mansion.
Don't you see now? You see how our show is? See the quietness now? It's very quiet.
Very quiet.
He can't get the music going, and he's trying to put the right system on. Now, when Richie would be here,
we have our own system. We're going to do better.
Yes.
All right.
We're going to try good tonight.
So
what's new? How was the dinner?
It was good. It was, catered by Ancona.
Okay.
A staple of Valley Stream, Ancona Pizzeria restaurant. And food was good. Food was very good. Bruce Blakeman showed up.
Okay.
Love Bruce. He's great. He's a really cool guy.
He was here.
And I know he was here. Now Bobby's just showing me that Bruce was here for ribbon cutting.
He got I think it's Bobby. Are you there in the back? Could you get on the microphone, please?
What was the ribbon cutting for?
Michelle Asta got something. Valentina Janik from the old Breakfast Club, which was at Gov's, is now. Then they went to G's because Cajuste owns the
now
place.
defunct.
No, is G's closed?
I don't know.
No, G's is not closed because Mandy Jones does a comedy night from there on Monday nights.
Oh man!
But what I heard was the Breakfast Club would try to broadcast, and they were still cleaning up from the night before. So, like at Inns 41, doing a podcast at Inns 41.
Yeah, at 11. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. But yeah, it was a good turnout. A lot of people for Tuffarelli, and I saw John Piazza. I don't know if you heard of John.
That's the gentleman that's a DJ, right?
He's a DJ. Yeah.
You like him?
He's great. He does a lot of shows. He does a lot of events all over Long Island. I mean, and everywhere. He's all over the place. He's actually got his own station now where he plays his mixes and stuff like that. He was telling me about it, and he said he was going to give me his card with the thing. John, you didn't give it to me.
We should go on something like that because the DNA show just offered us to go on Power 105.1.
Yeah,
it's an internet R&B station. He said, I'll put a comedy up there. So he said, send me the info.
I'm trying to think. I got to find out from John where he's on.
But you know what that is? That's like Gov's Radio.
Right. But he gave me a number. It was 97 something as I go on the dial. He goes, no, it's not really on the radio. You get in your car. He goes, but I was like, I was trying to figure it out. I'll find out from him. It should be good because he put some great music mixes together, and he's a great entertainer, the guy. But yeah, it's good. So a lot of people.
What time did the dinner start?
Well, the dinner started at 5.
Yeah.
And it ended at a little after 7 for me. Everybody else was kind of ended at like between 6:30 and 7. They just get out of there.
Okay.
And
why did you have to stay a little bit later?
I always stay late because I hang out and talk.
Not you.
And I make fun of everybody who was there. So. But yeah, it was like, I was kind of a little annoyed because I used to MC this thing. I used to MC it.
Yes.
And I don't anymore.
Why?
I don't know. I'm mad about it. But anyway.
I would be mad about it too. I don't understand something.
Why? Because
you're fucking maybe it's not cursing or whatever. You're popular and people like you, and I've seen your MCing. You're good at it. So what happened?
I think I was might have been that I was a little bit too
critical,
overbearing for them. That they just wanted to get on with the show and not kid around. I kid around.
Well,
and I had a lot of fun with it. I used to have people come to me all the time going, "Oh, that was a great time. That was funny. That was great." But
that's what I mean.
So now they got my friend Rich DeAngelis. I'm a bastard. I'm a real bastard. He MC'd it tonight.
Did he do a good job?
Listen, this is what I did to him.
Go.
I go up to him. I go, Rich, you were fucking terrible.
Yeah. What you would tell me after a show, too.
I go, that was terrible. That was god awful.
Was it?
He goes, I know. I'm not like you. I don't do it like you. I says, no, it's pretty pathetic.
So did you go to – you really said that?
I did.
And, all right. Did you go up to the powers that be and whisper in the ear? That was pretty pathetic.
And then he gives me, well, they didn't know if you were coming. I go, they know I'm coming. What the fuck out of here?
All right. So listen.
So I am now
a free agent.
Campaigning.
That's right.
To return.
That's right. I think you should. And well, see, I think you should be mayor of Valley Stream.
Well, I had a few people. No, Red Fair is a great mayor, but I had.
Tell me you had a couple of people come up to you and say.
All the time.
I'm telling you. Dude, how much would it be? I would be.
Mike Stanko, who's a great artist. I don't know if you've seen Stanko Art.
Cheers.
Stanko Art. He comes up to me and goes, when are you going to run for something? I said, they don't want me.
I know. And that is just.
My problem is, and I guess it's the same as Donald Trump's.
You say what you mean.
Speak my mind.
I know.
And they don't like those kind of waves, I guess. They don't want that. They want everybody to kind of, and I'm not of that belief that works. I think you don't fly under the radar. You don't be quiet, and you don't keep your opinions to yourself. No, as long as you're not berating someone and making them feel like a piece of shit.
I agree.
Or making them feel lesser of a person than you are, which I would never do.
Okay.
I think to tell somebody that their ideas are bullshit is nothing wrong with that. I don't like your ideas. I disagree. I don't think it's a good move. I think this is what we should do, and that's just going to get us screwed up. And they don't want, you can't talk like that. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
So
I
then
mean,
why?
I got to give, I got to give some credit to, some credence to that too. That you don't want to put somebody down to the point where you're making them feel like an idiot, but sometimes you have to point out stupid. And
Did you ever point out stupid to the wrong person that you
probably
pointed out?
have?
Okay. Now, do they ever come? A question. After doing this for 13 years, and I know that we're very well known in the comedy industry. People know who you are, and people know who I am. From the Michelle Foxes to the Terry McNeelys to the Tony Landolfis.
You ever notice if somebody makes a list, they pluralize a person?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Like, it's like they go, oh, the Mets of '86 with the Keith Hernandez's and the Ron Darlings. I'm like, there was only one Ron Darling. There was one Keith Hernandez.
The Tim Gages,
the Tim Gages, the
Christopher Brian Roaches. Those are the Artie Langs.
The Langs.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
I know.
They know who you are. They know who I am.
Who we are.
And
I don't know. I mean, I get people say it to me all the time. You should run for office. You should run for something. You would definitely be great.
I think you would be fantastic.
And I'm not blowing my own horn saying that, but I know I would do a great job. But
what?
Not happening. I'm not doing. There's one person that makes that decision, and I am never going against anything he says. So the hell with it.
Now, who's that person?
I can't say.
Can I know off the air?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have something to look forward to?
Yeah.
Okay. Will you accept my phone call when I call in the car tonight?
I'm going to call.
I'm going to call it when I leave. I'm leaving.
Take my call.
I got to leave at 10:05. It's my show, but will you? It's our show, but what's wrong?
Throw in that it's his show.
I know you know what I mean.
I'm sitting on a cushion here. I got a cushion for this fucking seat that's like like sitting on a bench, a concrete bench. And it feels much better. Thank you, Bobby, for the cushion.
You might be on your own tonight. Brendan Ryan has not shown up yet. It's 9:31.
The show will be over by 10:15.
No, 10:05, and then you and Bobby Lucero do a good show.
Yeah, no, we'll do it, Bobby. But it's
Zarelli's calling in.
Oh, I can't believe this. I'm gonna get two calls from two celebrities, Anthony Grazade and Rich Zarelli.
We are celebrities in Farmingdale.
I'm just saying.
I just had my neighbor turn to me today. She goes, "My daughter says you got some comedy podcasts for a long time." She goes, "You and that guy that looks like Keith." And I swear to God, I go, "Yep, he does." She goes, "Well, who's he?" I go, "He lives in Valley Streaming." She goes, I don't know him. I go, "Do you listen to the show?" She goes, "What's it called?" I go, "Limo Talk." She goes, "I'll listen tonight."
All right. Well, I hope she's listening. And I dumped the long hair. I just,
dude, you look young. You look
vibrant.
You look vibrant. You look like you're a little strunant tonight. Like I'm talking to you and you're looking through me somewhat. But I can deal with it right now.
No, I'm looking for the ghost that Kristen Tinsley would say would be right over your head
every week. It's not me. It's not me. I'm trying to keep those names out of my.
I'm giving her credit. She would say that there's other.
I heard she went roller skating with our other friend on Monday nights at 8:00, which I
went roller skating.
Yes, they went roller skating together the other night.
Who?
Kristen Tinsley and our buddy on Monday nights at 8:00.
Farrell?
Yeah, Farrell. Yeah.
Oh my God, Will Farrell?
Yeah. And rumor has it she was here on Friday night.
Okay, good. I'm glad they're roller skating together. Were they box wheels or the?
I don't know.
Lines?
I don't know, but I don't want to get please.
Roll skates, rock roll. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
Oh my God! But they're in hot skates. It's abandoned, but they're in it.
It's the roller rink over in not Hicksville.
It's
Massapequa. That's right. It's the only one left, I think.
Yeah, it's probably the only one left.
Hot Skates is gone, right?
Yeah, Hot Skates is long gone now, and I think Massapequa's is still open because Massapequa still is inhabited by people that won't sue you if they fall.
Yeah,
because it's pathetic that these places close down. All these bowling alleys, Franklin Bowl used to be, a great place in Franklin Square Valley Stream area.
Yeah,
and they closed down. All these places, the insurance was sky high, and they're done. And,
hey, I think your co-host just walked in.
How you doing?
Brendan Ryan. There you go. Right. We're ready to go. So now we're good. 10:05, it'll be you and Brendan coming in.
All right, cool.
Brett, when you get yourself settled, come in. Come sit with me. All
Brendan,
right.
as soon as you unravel all those wires, straighten them all out, and put them away, we'll be ready to go. I don't know why all these wires. Why are these old wires out here?
Brendan, you sit over
I
here.
feel like
you blocked me.
I feel like I'm at the arena at Madison Square Garden, and they just finished the show, and they're wrapping everything up.
Bobby and Zarello. This
How
is
you
Brendan.
doing? Nice to meet you. Wait a minute, let's do that over. We were falling.
And you and I really we met when you came to our show that last time, right? You came to the MERS show.
MERS.
Yeah. When Farmingdale.
Yeah.
Now, what's your deal? Do you live in everybody, folks? This is comedian Brendan Ryan. Also has the podcast, Adult Babies Podcast, that kicked our ass. And he Bethpage. I got to get to. We'll get to that later. I got a question to ask. I asked Bobby Lasseri. He couldn't answer it.
All right.
Are you live in Farmingdale? Or are you around Farmingdale? Is his mic on? Because I can't hear.
My mic isn't on.
You know what? Of course, he lives in fucking Farmingdale.
What's wrong with Farmingdale?
Because
Nothing's wrong. You heard me.
he's not on, Bobby.
No, I say this. Everybody around here is in Farmingdale. I mean, my brother moved to
There it
Farmingdale.
goes.
I'm the only one on this show that's not from Farmingdale.
Yeah,
and
he's-
you were. I
You're
thought
from Farmingdale?
Okay, so I'm originally from Franklin Square. I was his bartender for 10 years or something like that.
10 years or 5, which not
Whatever. He ran a place called Inns 41. That's why I was telling you on the text. His best ball player of all time was Tom Seaver. So there's the 41.
Sure. And here's the 40.
And
By
here's
the way,
the
you sent me so many texts. I
Yeah.
didn't open any of them.
dude. I'm sorry.
Look,
I kind of.
You're like that text where I was telling them. I'm like, I
Brendan,
didn't open any of these
take a few
goddamn
minutes,
things.
read your text, and we'll get
There
going.
was 45 of them.
No, come on now. I'm trying to get
45.
precise.
I haven't gotten 45
Clips of
texts
the
from him in my
pod.
Wait a
life.
minute. Bullshit, Brendan. I'm calling you out right away, right on the fucking show. All right? This is what I said to you.
Look at him, look at him, look
You
at him.
bastard.
Stuttering,
Stuttering
You
already.
stuttering prick.
Yeah.
you stuttering, muttering prick.
So we've been together now for 13 years.
Jesus
We started
Christ.
at. We,
And you still can't beat the Adult Babies podcast?
oh, no.
My God.
How did that happen?
Well, we didn't have much competition, apparently.
No.
We had the Baldwin High School and you two lumps.
Well,
We're off to a very bad start. Over
he's
here.
already picking on us.
Ah.
All right. So wait a minute. When we
started.
started our podcast, we were at WGBB.
Okay.
So we were at WGBB for about 3 years, Bobby. 4 years, 3 years,
I would say, 2014. I think we were there.
and then we went to the Shark,
The Shark.
94.3. We hated it there.
Yeah.
And then we went to Governors, and we built the studio there was defunct. Nothing was going on.
Right.
John Mulrooney had tried to compete against Howard Stern and lost. And then we came in there and we redid the whole studio and made it state of the art.
Beautiful studio.
Michael, Michael, you ever see any of the shows there? The Work with Mike and Pete. The Word is a beer show that goes all around Nassau County
Okay.
and Suffolk County. They got very popular. So Michael built the studio.
It's
twice.
a show about beer.
Yeah.
It's a good show about beer.
It's very good.
All right.
And
I'll
then
have to check it out. What's it called?
the Wort.
the wart.
WORT.
You know what? I have because they did a podcast at Lithology Brewery
Correct.
in Farm. Sorry to bring Farmingdale back.
I can't escape it.
You can't.
Right,
I
Linda?
can't escape it either.
All right. Well, we're gonna get to that. So then we were at Michael Nicolia's for a year,
Okay. Yep.
and now we've been here. It's gonna be 2 years.
Okay. You were in where the Levittown or Lindenhurst?
No, we built the studio in Levittown and Governors, and we were
Okay.
at his house in
and
Lindenhurst.
Nicolia's house. In
Nicolia's
Lindenhurst.
house for a year.
All
Now
right.
we've been here 2 years. Now we went up against Mike Del Judas. Joe DeJesus was a
Mike
band
Del Judas.
was a band member for Mike Del Judas.
Billy
Okay.
Joel's
So that's
Mike
why
Del
we
Judas.
lost the first year.
All right.
The second and third year, we lost to the Belmore hockey team
Yeah.
that had their whole school.
You know, it's fucked up when you lose into a Belmore hockey.
I
but,
know.
but they were the curriculum was you had to make sure you called in or voted once or twice a week for
In the
that-
school.
in the school.
That's what I was saying.
Listen
Okay.
to me, Brendan. This is all bullshit. Okay.
Wait,
It's not real. It's not
real.
It's not real opinion.
but I want
It's
to
not-
ask. I want to know how. So
He
now the
spent
fourth
his whole
year
day
we
calling
I'll
up
tell
the
you
group,
how.
vote for his show.
we lost to you. We lost to you, but we never told them. We didn't really tell anybody to vote.
Well, that's what do you do? You got like I listened to a few of your podcasts.
Yep.
Shows like your catchphrase is like share the show, share that. Like
Yeah.
that's all you got to do.
I got bored. I saw what you were doing.
We're very apathetic.
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
I'm doing it after 13
We're
years.
dealing with apathy.
Just having you here tonight. Listen, at 9:30 on the show. You'll listen. If you listen back, I turn to him and I go, maybe Brendan Ryan's not walking in, and then boom, 9:31, you walked in.
Come on, I'm here.
Well, here's what's going to happen. I'm leaving at 10:05.
I know.
I have a car.
What do you got? 1 foot out of the door on this whole podcast?
You want to come in? Trust me. Trust me. No, he's very well known on the comedy circuit, but they don't ever put him on, and he's not into doing.
Why don't they put you on?
Because he's not into the open mics and stuff like that.
I don't want to do open mics. No, I'm not.
You gotta do something. I mean, how
I'm
you
not
gonna
spending
practice?
my nights running to open mics, waiting
I
to
get
get
it.
on. Not doing it.
But then you're never gonna get
There
better.
you go.
All right, if you're satisfied with that,
I'm okay with it.
you know, I get that. I get that for sure.
You know, it's like if I was a musician right now, would I join a rock band and play in the garage every night? No, I would not.
no.
No, I can't. I'm not. I'm not 22.
Well,
Mark-
yeah, I think you've reached a. How old? You look like a young man.
How old?
What are you? 45?
There
I
you
love
go.
you. We
Right,
love you.
hit it on the head.
We love you.
He's so full of shit.
I'm 50.
Look at him,
I'm
45.
58. He's
All right,
59.
58
Okay.
and a half.
How old am I?
I think you're 32, right?
All right.
34?
How old?
How old are you?
Yeah.
You're 40.
I'm 41.
There you go. I'm good.
And what I just noticed is you have a daughter.
I can only.
Beautiful
You know
daughter?
what?
No,
You
that's
know
my
what
niece.
tells
Oh,
me?
is it niece?
You know what tells me how old somebody is? The way they act. It's not so much necessarily the way they look; it's the way they act. It's like
That's true.
it's behavioral. It's weird how people just change with time the way they act.
Well, I was such a different person at like 21 than I am at 41. I wouldn't even know that Brendan at 21 that I was.
Would you like that, Brendan?
I don't think I would. No.
No,
Honestly.
I don't like the time that I spent working for him. I loved working for him, but I don't like the person that I was.
Wait, so you
know what's
own the
fucked
bar?
up?
He
is-
owned the bar.
What's fucked up is I don't like the person that he was. That's
Well, that's how you
No.
start a podcast with somebody. It's
Yeah,
like, I don't
yeah.
like this asshole, but let's get
No,
together and
he's like-
talk.
see what him is with him, and I think everybody would agree with me.
Oh,
He
here we
drives
go.
people nuts, but he's lovable.
He is.
You know
By
what?
the way, you remind me of one of my co-hosts on my podcast.
Not the fat guy that you guys had to go to Wendy's and try to see if it was Apple Pay or not.
Well, it's not the skinny guy.
Oh, God
Yeah,
Almighty!
the skinny guy ain't going out.
Let me take over that podcast. He's like you're the talented one, and the other.
No, I'm
No,
not.
let me tell you something. I watched it, and I'm not blown because he knows I hate podcasts.
Yeah.
I enjoyed your podcast.
Oh, thanks.
I enjoyed you guys.
Well, we've been.
I like you, and I
It's
like.
funny for somebody who's doing a podcast.
Yeah.
I hate podcasts.
No, well, I
Wait,
kind of
did you listen to a full episode, or did you like listen to clips?
clips.
See, can I say one thing about you guys?
Yeah,
I think there's got to be more clips.
I'm just starting, dude.
You're starting.
13 years
13
in.
years
We're
in.
just
Well,
starting.
I'm being honest.
He's trying to catch
2
a
weeks
pattern
ago-
here, Brendan.
2 weeks ago, I just started putting clips up on TikTok,
Okay.
and within a week or two, we've
There you
got
go,
1,000 views on TikTok of the clips. Where
Very soon we're going to start a
people-
MySpace.
and I got
page.
75.
We're gonna do our own MySpace.
Yeah.
So listen, when I worked for him as a bartender, I indulged in extracurricular activities. I kept the bar open until 7:00 in the morning. I had bikers coming in at 4:00 in the morning.
Right.
He'd be home, but I also didn't steal from him, and I rang up probably the most that he had ever had at different times.
People used to come to me and they go, Bobby, what time is Ins 41 close? I said 4:00. They go, I was going to work at 7, and I saw
lights
people coming out.
Coming out.
Dude, I made more.
That's a good bartender, though.
Dude, I made more money at 4:00 in the morning with the biker used to walk in, and it's the truth. I'll tell the truth. He used to take me a packet, throw me a packet,
Uh-huh.
of,
Yeah.
of extracurricular activities, white stuff.
Yeah, whatever you're.
So that was at the end of the bar, and then we proceeded to play rock and roll music that you're listening to right now. Play pool. All the biker girls were half dressed, correct? Usually, and most of them were pretty hot. And I indulged in that.
Good
And
for you.
well, I worked for him, and at one point he had to go. It's time to go, and it was time to go.
Where was this place?
Franklin Avenue, Franklin Square.
Franklin
It's-
Square?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
And what is
right.
it now?
It's a bagel place. 529 bagels.
And an Italian ice,
An Italian ice place. All right.
But so when I started the show at WGBB, I was by myself, right? Or was B-Mel with me that night? B-Mel was.
I don't know. No,
Yeah,
I don't remember.
no, I
female
don't-
Being
well,
there.
I think I was with B-Mel the first night, and he heard about it. He showed up the second
Maybe,
night.
yeah, you probably was.
He showed up the second
I
night. of
called
the show.
in the first show.
Correct.
And I
We
was
had fun.
on for a while, and then he says, "Why don't you come down here like right now?" I was like,
Yeah,
"I'm
yeah.
sitting in my." I was like, where is the place? He goes, it's on 109. I go, 109? That's Babylon? I'm going to fucking drive to Babylon right now. No. I said, I'll come in next week. So I came in next week, and it's been every week
So
since.
he's been traveling to Babylon,
He never made a convenient location for me.
Babylon,
seem like it.
Farmingdale, Levittown, Lindenhurst, and now Massapequa.
And now Massapequa.
Yeah.
But Nicolia just sold me his whole portable podcast stuff. You know,
Okay, good.
4 mics and everything else. So we're taking.
What, you're leaving this place now?
No.
No, we don't leave until we get kicked out.
Yeah, we get kicked out.
All right.
And if
Yeah.
you
But
heard
you're
the
already buying backup just in case.
yes.
You see what that's exactly what it is. It's like a safety net.
Well,
Yeah.
one of the clips I put up there is him explaining how you want to throw me off a roof, yet lovable at the same time, if you remember that last week.
That's why you're much like
And I usually get kicked out. I usually tell bosses to conduct things on me anally or whatever, something like that.
What?
I think I told one of the bosses, stick it up my ass or something.
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
All right. Yeah.
That
And
might have been blow me.
it was, but I wasn't going to go with that.
I just thought I'd clarify. We're going to go straight to the
So,
actual.
That's why my run at a certain place ended. But now we still get the comedians on.
I call up. I'm like, can we come back into there? He goes, he told the owner of the place to blow me.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I was like, really? He said that?
Yeah. And the person that's running it now made sure that that person was very aware. Like it
Wow.
festered we were their
What
biggest.
place was this? You don't even want to say. I'm
You
assuming.
go there. Have
was
you
Nicolia.
Not Nicolia. It was the one before Nicolia's.
Oh,
Will
I
you
got
conduct maybe comedy?
I
every once-
got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had their most popular online show during COVID, like the COVID shows. We would all be in certain spots and doing the COVID shows. And just when everybody was ready to go back in, he calls one day, and that's what they said. They go, we'll bring him back, but they weren't bringing me back.
Wow. All right.
Right?
So you seem like
so
you're
Brendan,
easy
if you
work
want to
with.
do a show at Governor's, I'm looking for a co-host.
It seems like he's out of this thing. Look,
No,
look, he's already destroying the plants.
All right. So this was our last week at Strong Island.
You're on the stand there.
Oh God.
Well, folks, we're having technical difficulties
He's gonna scream at me.
with an
scream at
artificial palm
Yeah.
tree.
Why is this palm tree so close to you?
Dude, I just backed
Are you
up.
trying to hide yourself behind the tree?
I'm trying to hide myself aside. Why are you over
Sorry,
here?
my bad.
No.
I just
stay
was
with-
at Speedway
Sorry.
getting gas, and they said they were missing a fucking palm tree from their little shop inside. I think that might be it.
So that's it. So now we've been together, and for me, it's therapy to hang out with
Of
you.
course, yeah, no, it's great. And I'm on the road all day.
What do you
So-
do? What do you do? I mean,
So I work for a meat company in
Okay.
Farmingdale.
okay. Oh, on Main Street.
On Main Street, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I live on Main Street. I work on Main Street. I run open mics and shows on Main Street.
and
So
you seem to have a very good relationship with Alibi.
I do. Well, I live above Alibi.
Okay.
I think they have a good relationship.
Yeah. Well, I ran open mics there for a couple of years. We
Okay.
started in the pandemic. Well, right before the pandemic and through. So I ran some open mics.
When do
there.
they do open mics there?
We were doing them every Wednesday at
No
That's
more?
what you look like. There you go.
yeah.
You're a good looking
Hey,
man.
how's it go? Yeah, I hate the way I look.
You look fine.
Oh God, I got like this turkey.
We all
goblet
do.
chop.
Trust me.
It's
All right.
Christ.
Don't worry about it.
But yeah, I've been doing that. I've been doing that for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years maybe over at Alibi.
Want to throw a party there?
Good.
How many people get coming down on Wednesdays for that?
When we were doing it, probably 20.
Oh, so it's not
25.
doing it anymore.
No, we took a break. I'm trying not to do as many open mics, just focusing on I'm doing more city, like trying to get out to the city more.
Can I suggest somebody that I can give you at the city you might want to go see?
Sure.
Matt Aravalo.
Oh yeah, I know. Me and Matt are good friends.
Okay.
I see him all the time.
Matt's was our first comedian here.
That's all right. So that's where I met you at that MERS show.
Correct.
At that MERS show, because I
Correct.
was going to hang
Guy
out.
was there. Aravalo was there. Rocco Perillo was there. Justin
Rocco,
McDonald
yeah.
was there.
Yeah, I know. all
You
those
were
guys.
there. Teresa Farrell, Kristen Tinsley was there.
Yeah.
Bonnie Scalisi was there.
Jesus, that's a lot of people. Yeah. I
They all got a minute and a
that
half.
show must have been good, huh?
Yeah.
Tell the truth about that show. Nobody listened to the whole show.
They was talking the whole time.
The whole
Well,
time.
that's a tough place to do a show. That's,
It is.
just the setup. From what I remember, you guys you were doing it in the bar area.
And
That
originally
was
we
the
were
second one.
the
So
first
that's the
one
one
we
I
were
was
in
at.
where you were. And I got to tell you something. I remembered something recently about you.
Okay.
The only reason why
Sure.
I told Steven Rocco Perillo no of putting you on, because I didn't know that's what you guys did. Like people would show up at nights and as like a courtesy, you would throw them up on the stage. And I apologize a year later that I didn't know that because I'm pretty precise of what I got. And if I'm spitting on you, I apologize.
No.
And I know that Rocco Perillo came up to me, and now he was a fill-in that night.
Okay.
And then can you get him on? I'm like, Steven, I got certain things here, and I'm paying it. And I paid every single one of the comedians that night.
Right.
I gave them all $25 to $50,
Yeah,
every
that's
single
what
one
you
of
should
them.
do.
That's
Good
what I
job.
should do, right? That's what I was
Yeah.
told.
Uh-huh.
So I had all set, and then you were coming on, and I'm like, should I pay him? Should I not? And I just told Rock, well,
Did you go on?
he never went
No.
on. I
Instead, what I did, I waited, and then I had a podcast, and I'm like, I'm gonna beat this guy.
See what, I was just
At the
like,
best
you see
pace
what
long-
happened? What
You
goes around
fuck.
comes around.
No.
And you know what? I'm proud of you, but I'm so I'm
No,
like,
dude, I don't.
I'm like, how did these guys? No, I'm being honest. We fucking lost to all these people, and now this time we
It's
didn't.
like Donald Trump said, the only revenge is success.
Yeah, and I'm proud of you, and it's fucking great. But I'm like,
Don't be
succeeded.
proud of
how
us.
did you do it? I'm like,
What do you-
because I know these bastards sit there at the school and vote all the time.
No. First of all,
I
we've
think-
been doing it for 6 years.
Okay.
We're not like brand new.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We're about 300 episodes in.
Oh, okay,
Finally, this year, somebody was like, "You guys should do this.
okay.
Nominate us." We basically were like, we threw it out there. One of the guys was on the podcast was unemployed for those few months. He would just vote every day.
Yeah,
We were like, we weren't planning on winning. It's not a prestigious thing to win.
that's not bad.
I was wondering, did the job offers come in from like the
Yeah, but
Jimmy
you should-
Fallon show
but wait,
and
I have the name of the guy that runs the head of podcasting in Sirius XM. He knows about our podcast.
Okay.
I could give you his name, and I'll tell you to forward your show to them. At least it gives you a chance
Yeah.
before everybody else.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Listen, we do the podcast for
Goose and giggles.
hangout. And like I said, we've been doing it for 6 years. It's grown. We've had different people, and we're at a place now where, like, yeah, we get consistent listeners. It's nice. I think the clips are great. I think you guys could do that. But yeah, I don't give a shit about.
do you
this.
just write down all the things that's wrong with our show? Just, like on a piece of paper over here? Because
Yeah,
we
is this
really,
what this is?
Yeah,
It's
I think it is.
It's well, he calls it
it's-
the mind of a sick person.
it
the-
does, like, what are all these notes?
Well, Brendan Ryan, Adult Babies
the
podcast.
psychotic scribbles.
Are you in Farmingdale a lot? Alibi.
Oh, these are all your.
I'm leaving early 10:05. This is so I remember. Rich Sorelli, my board op, is in North Carolina with his son, who has an ERA of 18.95, and hopefully he did well. No, I'm kidding.
What the hell does that have to do with that? Cross that off the list.
He may call in
Oh,
sometime
okay.
today. But look, we put a clip out on TikTok and Instagram.
No, Rich
what you're
does the show
saying?
with us.
What's that?
He's
Rich
my
does
board.
the
Rich,
show with
so
us.
Rich just sits here,
Okay.
and then I sit where you are. Usually.
I got you. Okay.
So it's three of us. We used to have Teresa Farrell. She left us.
There is a lot of people leaving. Oh, you guys are hilarious.
We're doing good.
It seems like it.
It's really, departing from this show is people go on and succeed.
Well,
and
yeah.
that's what we like to see.
He's
Yeah.
waiting for
Yeah.
me to die to be able to call up the guy over at Governor's to start a show over there.
Yeah, you look like it. You look like you tapped out on this. Like, you look like you both tapped out on this show.
Not at all. No. We're all deep into it. Yeah.
Listen, I got to thank everybody on Facebook because they
Yeah,
share
this
the
is
show
what
more
we
than
do.
us.
Like in the middle of a
Well, that's
discussion.
good.
Start
So
thanking.
what do you got? You share it to Facebook and they listen.
We're on YouTube. We're
Okay.
on Roku. We're on Instagram.
Roku.
Yeah, we're on Roku. We're on Spreaker. We're on.
Whatever.
He's got all these different
Okay.
platforms. He puts
Strong
us on.
Island TV, right?
Strong Island TV.
All right.
He's got. He just said today he's got 20 shows,
All right. Very good.
and he does interviews. Like behind you is Teresa's studio. Teresa
Okay.
Farrell.
I don't know if I know her.
You gotta know what she does the
See,
show.
now I know her.
Yeah, you know who she is.
I don't know her, but I feel like, yeah, I know
Yeah.
her.
I'll show
All
you a
right.
picture.
Hello.
We're in Massapequa. Like,
So let me see.
Hi, Teresa, how are you?
Probably watching tonight. She's going, I think I'm going to call Brendan Ryan and have him on my show next Monday.
She's having
He'll be
somebody.
my guest.
You are actually.
Well,
You're having Brimstone on tomorrow night, who was on our show.
Started out on the limo talk, and now he's moved up.
Now, can I ask you guys a question? Limo talk. What does that have to do with
It's
anything?
ridiculous.
Like,
I'm in
why do you guys-
the
No one
transportation.
gets it.
I'm in the transportation business. The site is gothamgoldgraz.com
Okay.
and ins41.com. If you go to those sites, it's transportation sites. But we have
There's so much confusion in this.
it's not. No, it's not, because there's a comedy podcast. There's a comedy podcast, and
Do you
can
see
listen
the
to the
why does this
podcast.
look now? Do you see?
The
I've been
spectrum.
following the leader here.
It's a bunch of guys in a limo going to AC for a bachelor party, and you're in the back listening to music. That's why the music.
Don't you feel that?
Oh, I feel like I'm.
Put 'em
my-
on.
I feel like I'm on way to Atlantic City.
And you're on your way to
you feel
Atlantic
it?
City.
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna lose something tonight.
And,
yeah.
and the music's on the background, and you're having a conversation with your buddies. That's
Oh.
You are going home tomorrow with your face tattooed.
Yeah.
All right?
I'm gonna go home tomorrow and regret this night.
Yeah,
That's-
you will, and that's what it's all about. And you're going to try to find all your shit from the night before that you can't remember what you did.
That's the preface beside the limo talk.
Now, do you have people that reach out,
Yes.
like
Yes.
limo drivers?
Yes.
Like, what the?
Yes, I have the limousine industry that listens to me. I have a lot of people that go to the site from it and make reservations on the site. Not as much as I'd like, but recently it's been very good. Hold on a second. Limo talk, it's me, comedian Brendan Ryan. Who's this?
This is lump number 3.
Hello, Born Up Extraordinaire Richard
Hi.
Zarelli. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I'm on the turnpike actually, but I had to call in and clarify to Brendan Ryan that there are 3 lumps on the show.
There's
not
3.
2.
I knew that. I was hoping to meet you. I've been listening, like I said.
Yeah, he's doing the right thing tonight. I should be on the highway too.
We can listen. We could do an adult babies podcast. He can do it. Have his friend call in. And we can leave.
No, all kidding.
I can get the boys to call in and just take this whole thing over. I love this guy.
Any openings?
Possibly.
I have a lot on my sheet, and I have 8 minutes to go.
Well, he's got his sheet.
May I talk about
Yeah,
my
8
sheet?
minutes. Where are you
Well,
going tonight?
All right, so Zarelli, I want to let you know we put a clip out on Instagram and TikTok, which we was suggested to do by Brendan Ryan, and it did 1,000 views in less than 2 days.
All right, so
Zarelli.
that seems like
It's so refreshing to have a guest come
Very
on
nice.
and point out how fucked up we are.
Well, I don't
somebody's
think he's
gotta
telling
do it.
us. I think
I've
he's.
done 1,000 miles in 4 days.
What'd you say?
I said I've done about 1,000 miles in 4 days.
How did 18.95 do over the weekend?
He did fine.
How did he pitch?
Oh, that's not good.
How did he
Oh,
pitch?
good. Saw some good games.
Okay,
Oh,
did
that's
they win?
that's
You're not
bad.
you're not being specific. Did they win?
They won 3 out of 4.
Okay, did he pitch?
He did.
How many innings?
He did. But not many. Actually, he brought him in to face a lefty, got him out, and that was it.
So he pitched to one
So
batter.
no,
So you traveled 1,000
he
miles
pitched to one-
to watch your son pitch to
he
one
wanted
batter.
them to, guys on base, 2 outs. He wanted them to get the lefty out and end the inning if they had tacked on a couple, and he got the guy out.
How many
Did
pitches did he throw?
Did not come out for the next inning.
How many pitches did he throw?
Oh my God, maybe 7,
Wow. All right.
not even, maybe 5.
So that's how.
All right. Well, hey. So that was one batter. He got him out in 7 pitches.
And you spent
Well, look,
and when did you leave? When did you leave for North Carolina?
2:30 this afternoon.
When did you leave to go there?
Wednesday night.
I'm sorry. I love you. So you probably spent what, about $1,500 on travel and hotels and everything else?
No, not even close.
1,000?
Nothing like that.
No, you can travel pretty
You
easy.
can travel pretty cheap, dude. I mean, honestly, it was $100 a night for the hotel. That's 3 nights, and maybe 3 tanks of gas at $50 each.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
And
Because
then
some of those
some,
like
you know,
middle of the road.
Oh, you got
Chick-fil-A
people
and
with
other
you.
Food. I mean, it's really not that much.
Who's with you right now, Rich?
I'm at exit 11 on the turnpike.
That's not what I asked. I asked who is with you, Rich.
Nobody. Just me.
Oh, okay, good.
No, I heard you say something like it was $50 each, $300, so 6 people, I assume.
No, he
Oh
went.
no, just make.
Oh, you just him.
It's just you.
Oh.
So you spent about $250 a pitch.
Well, if you go by pitch, yes.
That's great, though. I mean,
go
come on,
by,
it's worth it.
I go by time spent with my son.
I know.
Oh,
Here we go.
that's why I was just. Did you hear what I just said?
He got you
It's
there.
worth it because you're spending. Let me finish my sentence. I was gonna say you're spending time with your son, and it's something you'll never forget. So the hell with it. Don't even think about anything else.
All right,
That's it.
Rich.
That's
You know
what,
what? Next trip. God damn it, you're taking me with you. I'm going.
I want to go too. I want to go see that.
Oh, he says he wants to go. We're still waiting on the softball game.
What
Look,
softball game? We had the last
Yeah, I know.
softball game. We did. Blind Jim hasn't called me back to play the blind
Did I?
softball.
Blind Jim. How fucked up is this?
I am so
What?
confused.
You're telling me?
We played blind
Good
softball.
baseball to watch, Bobby. You would like it.
All right, stop talking for a
I'm
minute.
on to go.
All right, stop talking for a minute. Blind softball. We have a gentleman that's blind, and you might know him. He might have been your teacher in Farmingdale.
Okay.
You know Jim Hughes?
Yeah.
Okay, Jim
He's got
Hughes.
stitch marks all over his face.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Can't see them all.
Nobody's told him yet.
Why would you?
Why would he know who Jim Hughes is?
Oh, that's fucking great.
Go!
There you go. This is gonna be a
There's
clip.
another one.
Here's a clip, Brendan. And
There you go. All
There you
right.
go.
Clip it.
Yeah. Oh,
So, as I said, he totally caught me off. He totally caught me off. He fucking Richie's
Blind
hysterical.
18 blind guys. She's watched batting practice. It's hysterical.
So you just invite this
It's beeper,
blind
it's called beeper softball. There's a beeper softball where the ball
Oh, yeah.
beeps and the blind team plays against guys or girls that are blindfolded. We played them 5 years ago from Governors.
Just like Raz's dates, mostly blindfolded.
They beat us 2-1.
The blind people beat.
They beat us.
Are
yeah.
you? So you.
We played them in softball over at Howard.
Of course they beat you. They're used. That's the way they live.
Correct.
Yeah,
You know. That's.
yeah. They took us down. They take us down to their level, which we have no experience
Yeah,
at.
yeah, you have no experience being blind.
And we
Yeah.
lost 2-1.
It's
But
like
we had fun.
It's like it's like wheelchair basketball. If you put me in, they play it.
Yeah.
If
they
you
would
put us
run-
in wheelchairs and play bad, these guys are pros. They can wing all
they'd
over.
wheel circles.
And we'd be
around
like
you guys.
worrying about am I moving?
Yeah. Am I going to run
Yeah,
over
you'd
my
be-
own
yeah,
thumbs
yeah.
with this? Wheel?
You
Yeah.
can't do it. You can't.
I got to get out of here, boys, in about 2 minutes. But I want to tell
Wait. So where are you going?
I'm going to pick up a customer at JFK. She's a cash customer.
Oh,
of
a
mine.
limo. Like you're.
That white
She's,
SUV
she's
outside.
blindfolded too.
Okay. she
Fucking
will be.
He sits on the seat when she gets in, and she goes, "What's that for?" He goes, "You just got to put that on your." Come
You
here.
want the 20% discount or not?
I don't want you to see how I drive.
See, I can see this is going to be fun. Mike Bott is watching. Greg DiFilippo, Debbie Broderick. Greg DiFilippo wants to let us know we just put you out in Japan, Tokyo, Osaka, and Fukuyama. I'm serious. Fuck,
Dude, I live in the same town as you, and I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. Those people know.
Well,
Fukuyaka is like, oh, I get it.
he wants to know
It's
his
all smoke and mirrors, Brendan.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, we're in Fukuyama.
And Rodney says, hello, Brendan. Nice to meet you.
We
Nice
are
to
now
meet you.
broadcasting live in Hiroshima.
Nice to meet you
And,
too. Hiroshima.
Greg DiFilippo wants to know, is Bobby dressed because he just met with Trump to discuss a run for vice president?
yeah,
on
I'm
his
on
ticket.
the ticket.
You're on the ticket.
Who said that?
That was from your buddy, Greg DiFilippo.
Greg, yes.
Well, Greg
I'm on the ticket,
Facebook
Greg.
shares the show all over the United
Okay.
States.
Yeah.
He's my
That's a good guy right
dude.
there.
He's the man.
You need people like that.
I got two of them.
Did we win the contest?
I shouldn't say that.
Well, you need more than two.
No, well, we got
We're gonna win the
about
contest.
10 or 12 people like Bruno Capolo, Mike Bott, Ann Rothy, Mickey
We have
Delaney,
three actually.
We got three.
Yeah, he's rattling off names.
Bruno
with it.
Capolo,
I know.
Greg DiFilippo. They shared it. Chris Smith, Taz. We got about 8 to 10 people that share it all the
All
time.
right.
And we get it across Facebook. Listen, organically with no bought things or anything else, we do about 1,000 views every week.
There you go.
And then
If you
Facebook.
start
How many views
promoting
you
a
get?
little more, you get 2,000 to 3,000 views.
Is that what you're getting?
I have no idea. I don't look at all.
Me
the
either. I
things.
don't
just
get
show
into
up.
But I just
me too. That's what I do.
Yeah.
But for me, I try to get it out there. I put it on TikTok. I put it on Facebook.
There
I
you
put it
go.
on YouTube. I put it on Threads, on the Instagram Threads.
What's this guy got his windows rolled down?
Yeah, could you
Yeah,
could you
Is that-
turn
I
the
don't hear
fans
it.
off,
I
Richard?
can actually. I don't have the headphones on. I can hear that wind going through.
After the blind people beat you guys, did you have to call them your daddies? That's from Mickey Delaney.
Yes, we did, Mickey.
All right, I'm getting out of here. So I want to just thank you guys all on the radio for sharing the show for everybody. Great time. We've been doing a great showing. I wanted to let you know that March 6th, the Pizza Man, Dan Romano, is coming back to the airwaves.
Down to the airwaves.
Have you ever met Dan?
I've met Dan a few
well,
times. Listen, I met Dan through going to his pizza place. You know, it's in Farmingdale. He's got a pizza there called Fire and Ice.
Okay.
That I've asked him, like, what's in there, and he goes, I can't tell you. Like, I'm gonna open a pizza restaurant.
No, he can't tell you because he don't even know himself.
He
Bottom line is.
I have a funny story about him.
Oh, he's right here. So tell the story.
What's the story?
All right. So when you guys first opened,
Frankie's East Side.
Frankie's East Side, Farmingdale guy like me and my friend go there after a few drinks, right? And this is before Uber is around, so we're trying to call a cab. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up Uber around you. Is that like a sensitive subject with the
Uber talk? It's cross today.
It's fine.
But he goes,
"You are such a dick."
But that guy Dan goes, "No customer of mine is gonna leave here in a cab." And he gets some guy that's like working. He's like kneading dough in the back. He's like, "Drive these guys home." So now we're like drunk. We're like, "How the hell did we? Why are we getting delivered?"
So you
by
come
the
to
pizza guy?
Frankie's East Side, you come down, you get a ride home with your pie. You get a ride home with your pie.
That's
Tell
good.
them that a lot of people have heard the story, but tell them the story about the piping hot, and there was no.
Oh my God! I come in there.
Go ahead, talk. All right.
I took a ride to Farmingdale.
Yeah.
All right, and I
By
said,
the way, you think you're leaving your trap? Where are you?
Dude,
where are you
I
getting
have
out
to
from?
go.
You're not leaving without cutting that plant
But
down.
I want to say goodbye and then tell them the story.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
You need me to get
No,
out?
I don't. But I like
How the
you.
hell are you getting out
I'm
of here?
gonna push you, and I'd like you to come
He's gonna
back.
jump over Liberace's piano over there and fucking.
Nobody
get out.
else did. Other podcasts ask you to come on and stuff like that, or because people look at me, why haven't another podcast on? Because the guy's a comedian and he's.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
dude, I
so
do
tell the
podcasts
guy
all the
as
time.
you're leaving. People are saying, "Why the fuck you having him on?"
No, they didn't say.
Why are you having another? We're not competition.
We're not competition at all. You guys
the
are
more,
funny.
The better.
Yes, without a doubt. And you should come over. He should satellite you in here because you know what? He's got some good shows in there and he could use a couple of really good more shows.
It seems like he could.
When's your
use
show on?
Don't say it, you bastard. Don't say it, you smart ass.
I stopped myself.
Yes, I know what you're
No,
about
when
to
is
say.
your
It
show
seems
on?
he could use a really good
We
show.
try to. Well, we don't do it live like you guys, because the people that listen from our viewers sort of listen throughout the week, going to work, all that bullshit. So we try to release it on Wednesdays, but not every. Sometimes we'll release
So
it
when
on
do you
the
record
Thursday.
it though? When do you do it?
Usually on Sundays, Mondays.
Like right now?
no, not tonight, but like we'll record tomorrow. So
Okay.
Sundays, Mondays, but sometimes we're like, all right, if I got a show, we're doing it Wednesday.
See, what we're gonna start doing here is we're gonna record the show
Yeah,
and we're gonna lip sync it.
I like that.
Yeah,
I
we're
mean,
gonna-
that's
We're gonna lip sync
that
the whole
sounds-
show.
You would actually be surprised. We do about 350 now, and then we'll do about another 650 during the week when I put it out. Greg D. Flip.
I'm not surprised. I think you guys are good.
I appreciate that.
You guys are
You think
really
we're
good.
all right?
We think we're all right. He's the talented one. I'm just
I'm
a puppeteer.
talented.
That's
No, you know what? I don't think there's a talented one in this room.
How about that?
No, I think with podcasts, it's like it's all about chemistry. It's a group. So like, hey, there's
Quote of the week:
This-
I don't think there's a talented one in this room. Folks, he just put it
No,
out
no.
there.
Is Zarelli still there? Did he
Rich,
the talent is the whole group. You guys are all good together. I'm saying it's not one individual. You
we're
guys
like
are,
the Beatles.
I am listening.
All
Rich!
there you go, Rich. Thanks.
Rich, you guys are all good as a team. Like you guys are all fantastic. I'm telling you, I listen to this podcast. I'm a harsh critic of podcasts. If you do it, you're like,
I want to know. I want to know if we suck. I want to know.
you don't suck.
Good. Thank you. I'm
Well,
leaving.
the fact that we've lost every contest will tell you.
Comedian Brendan Ryan, look him up. He's fantastic. I've
Thank
seen
you.
his act once at Alibi.
What?
Trust me, once.
He's lying.
No, I'm not lying. I saw you once.
Okay.
You don't
haven't
know I
heard
was
the-
there. I'm
I have not
calling.
heard the podcast
Go
yet,
ahead.
but
He's
I'm guessing
notorious for
there's
this.
no talent there
He
either.
leaves, and then he calls back in within a minute.
Oh, I could see that.
He's
I
in the
could see
car out front.
that. Yeah.
How you guys doing without me? I'm like,
Yeah.
you just
What's
left.
that? Oh, you guys able to survive
So
without me?
who are you
without
picking
his
up?
notes?
Erica? Erica, that tell her I said hello. Tell Erica to call.
Tell her to call.
I'm
Erica,
coming
a
over
big
to
Islander
Bridge.
fan.
You want me to pick
Islander
her up?
fan?
Yeah, I see her over at UBS. She's,
Who is this?
friends-
Do I know her?
You know probably a Farmingdale girl too that he knows, and I've seen her over at UBS because I work over there. I do security there.
Oh, you
security
do?
there and Garden and City Field.
I love that arena. I just went to the
Beautiful
St. John's game over there.
Last week.
Yeah, last
I
Sunday.
worked it. I worked it.
I didn't know that.
They were winning by 8. No,
I know.
12 going into halftime,
Ridiculous.
and they ended up losing by 8.
Yeah.
They were terrible. Rick Pitino went off after that game. and
did.
He was talking
He
about
called
how
them out.
Yeah, he said they were not athletic.
They
Which
won
is-
today,
which
though.
is unusual for a basketball team to ever be called not athletic. But I don't
Yeah.
know. I think they lost their stamina. They just ran out of wind.
Well-
They did win today. They played at the Garden today.
I believe they won today. Patino took out his white suit tonight.
No, see,
so-
that's what all matters. It's all about the clothes.
You got to.
You wear the right suit, you're gonna win.
That's true.
It's fucked up how people think. He
Yeah.
probably did that on purpose. Probably said, "Oh, good, I'm gonna wear my white suit. It's my good luck suit." Okay,
And it looked like it worked. So,
it definitely.
by the
worked.
way, I'm not positive they won today. I know they were up at halftime. So,
well,
don't quote me on
halftime
that.
doesn't mean anything for them.
yeah, exactly. They usually blow it after halftime. But
Then I played. I did the game. Wait a minute. They played a week before that. 2 weeks before that, they beat the crap out of somebody. I forgot who it was, but they only had 3 wins for the year.
yeah,
So I was like, "Oh, good." So I'm doing the Seton Hall game, and they lost to Seton Hall. But I don't know. Today they were back at the Garden. So or yesterday. Today or yesterday.
well, I love that. I love the UBS arena.
Nice, right?
Do you have a specific location you work?
Now
over
I do. When I do the Islander games, I'm always by where the officials are, which is where the Zambonis are.
Oh,
You
that's the
should
best
see-
spot in the
you
house.
Should, you should see people who are so fucked up. They walk by and they like take their kids and stuff. They're like, look, there it is. The Zamboni. The Zamboni. I go, it's a fucking golf cart with a fucking scoop.
It
I
is,
mean,
but when you're a kid, that thing is a
grown-ups do this.
All right.
Honey, look. It's a Zamboni. And
Oh,
they're taking
Jesus.
pictures with the Zamboni in the background. And there's a thing that goes on after the games, which is a lot of people, especially season ticket holders, they get to take a picture on the ice.
Okay.
Right? The whole group
Oh,
of
it's
them.
got to
Let's
be a
say
pain in the ass for
30,
you.
40 people. So I got to stand there going, wristbands, let's go, wristbands. They're going right out on the ice. So we stand there letting them on the ice. And they go out there. And as they're coming back, they just took a picture on the ice. And the Islanders logo and all the whole thing. They're coming back off the ice. And the Zambonis are there. And they're like, oh, they're taking pictures in front of the Zamboni.
By the way, that's also a picture nobody gives a shit
Who
about.
gives a shit about the Zamboni?
If you post a picture of a Zamboni, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, you would buy the Zamboni?
Oh, look at that.
Oh my God! Then they got this other thing that they do in between periods, and I shouldn't say this because it's probably going to get me in trouble. But they get these kids. They go on this little. They call it a limo. They call
Okay.
it the lighthouse limo, or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
And it goes on the ice and drives them around the ice once, and they come back like they just were at the greatest event of their lives. And I call it the Scamboni.
Do you have to pay for this thing?
Well, I was
what's
calling it the
deal here?
Scamboni when I thought they had to pay for it.
Oh, so
But
okay.
apparently they don't. So it's not I was like, these people are out of their mind.
But-
I mean,
you know, people would pay for that.
they would pay.
People pay for anything.
I can't believe how people just blow money. And this is what kills me about how people complain about how much like food costs, stuff like that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm like, I am totally fucking pissed off about inflation and everything else,
Right.
and the price of everything now. But if you're complaining about how much things cost and you're willing to pay $50 for a dopey hat,
Yeah, of course.
I'm like, what the fuck am I getting upset about for you?
I know.
For me, I would never. I'm sitting there thinking, I'm not paying that kind of money for a jersey, $180, $200 for a jersey. And they're all wearing jerseys. They're all buying them. So somebody has ridiculous money, and I don't know who they are.
People buy. I buy some. I've bought some jerseys in my life, unfortunately. But by the way, you're a baseball fan.
Yes.
What do you think about the whole Fanatics
my God,
baseball
it's
thing?
so
How
funny.
insane is that?
They're so fucked up. I don't know what they were thinking. Uniforms are beautiful the way they were. And they decided to make these lighter, thinner uniforms, and they're
Fanatics.
see-through.
It's Fanatics, and as a person that purchases
Fanatics is
jersey,
the company, yes.
I've seen this. This has been going on for the last couple of years. As like somebody that buys them, they've gotten more expensive and they've gotten cheaper.
They're horrible.
And NHL is next.
Well, they were talking about how to like literally see through.
It's ridiculous.
Pants, the
I mean,
pants,
you
the
can
white
see the
pants.
balls of the
I-
players.
they showed that. I saw
Yeah.
that.
That's terrible.
Somebody-
There he is.
Oh wow! Hi, Rich. Rich from the highway.
I love Rich.
Sorry,
Just on,
I know I've just been listening on mute, but
Did you see those
No, I
pictures
think
though,
that-
Rich?
They're awful.
They're the
It took them
worst.
5 years to come up with that. Can you believe that?
And they have the
5 years
names
in the
on the
making.
back of the uniforms are like typed in. They're small. It's a small font.
It's
And-
like you bought them at Modell's,
Right.
for your kid.
It's like a knockoff Friday night free
It's a
jersey
knockoff
night.
jersey. And baseball had great uniforms.
Beautiful.
They were real, like, just they looked expensive. They looked nice. It's cheap. It's embarrassing.
It was all tackle
It's
twirled,
embarrassing
and
look.
the names are on tackle twirl, the names of the teams, the numbers. Now it's all just like
The players hate
pressed on.
The players say now, is it too late for them
Oh, you
to
need
go
to know.
back? That's what I'm wondering.
It is too late for them to go
It's
back.
got to be like they can't. They're already running out of pants.
I think what's
going
going to happen is players are going to start pulling their old pants out of the locker and just
They
wearing
should.
them.
They should.
But I would be like, fuck you, I ain't wearing that shit. It's horrible. They're horrible. They're hideous.
They're the worst.
It's up to you. Brendan,
Yeah, does it matter?
do you want to sit over in the other seat? Go ahead. Graz ain't coming back.
Yeah, I guess so.
Once he leaves, he's gone. He just calls in. Look at that. You're in the driver's seat
that.
now.
Now I'm in the driver's
That's Richie's seat.
Oh, it is. Oh, Richie,
Yeah.
I'm in your seat now.
Rich. He's in
Take
your
your
seat,
chair.
Rich.
Use the cushion.
You got a cushion there? Oh,
So
these-
when
No,
am I
only
going to read?
Only Bobby gets a cushion.
I got the
Oh,
cushion.
you got the cushion
Did I
tonight.
leave here? I feel like my ass has been paddled by
Yeah,
a
these,
fuck- I
these
went down-
chairs, they look nice, but they're a little rough
Well,
on me. Yeah.
Bobby has complained more about the chair, so he
Yeah.
gets a cushion.
It's like
I'm getting told I'm a problem sometimes, but
I'm hearing you
it's-
guys are all a problem.
well,
Grass is like,
rumor has it we have a reputation.
yeah.
But the point is, it's just that when I see something, I don't sit there and go, all right, I'll work
Yeah.
with it. I don't work with it. I'm gonna fucking tell you it sucks, and this chair sucks.
You got to do that.
Sorry, Bobby. The chair, he knows it. He knows it very well.
Bobby, who made these chairs? Fanatics? These are
The
ridiculous.
Fanatics, they're thinner than Major League Baseball uniforms now.
Yeah, they're really. I mean,
They got no
Jesus Christ.
cushion. I can see right
The
through them.
see-through chair.
But no, that's the whole. That's the whole thing. Is everything's getting made cheaper
And more
costs
expensive.
That's fucked up.
Get used to it. That's
Bobby.
what it is.
We're getting new chairs. There you go. How did you have a spare right there? Look at that. That's nice, right?
Bobby, I was just fucking with you. But
It
holy
feels
shit, that
good.
makes a difference.
It does.
Oh my god.
Now you want to stay.
Now I
now-
want to take this home. Oh my god.
Now you want to
Dude.
stay.
Maybe I'm just gonna join this podcast now. Now that it's
should.
comfy,
Yeah. Once you get comfort,
I'm
You come
leaving
back
the
next
adult
week.
babies.
you come back next week.
Oh,
So you're doing a lot of stand up, right?
yeah.
You do a lot of stand up stuff. And how long are the majority of your sets? How long are you on for?
Well, I've been doing some road shows now, so that's 30 minutes.
30 minutes. That's
But
a
if
long-
I'm doing like a local 10, 15.
okay.
Yeah,
that's
I'm at
good, though. You got a
10,
lot of
15,
stuff.
Yeah, I've been there. I've been doing like 10 years. So yeah, if I'm on the road, I'm doing like in 2 weeks, I'm going to, I got Ohio, Wisconsin, and those shows will be 30 minutes.
'Cause the things I've done, everything I've done is in like 7 minutes.
7 minutes. That's not bad. All you need
And
is
you get the now they do this when you're done. They flash on the phone at you.
yeah.
I'm like,
Most,
I got more.
most places. Well, yeah. I mean, it's 7 minutes is if I go to a place and they tell me 10 minutes, I love it because I'm like, oh, I could just bang out like the good stuff that works.
Greatest hits.
Yeah. But then once you get to like the 15, 30, you're like, all right, well, I'm
You gotta tell
stretching,
more stories.
doing some crowd work. I do stories. Yeah. But it's fun. It's fun. How long have you been doing it?
I did it a few times. I just did it for because I like it. I really do. Like I was saying before,
Yeah.
I really like getting in front of a stage. I love it. Stand there. There's nothing. You're gonna tell me this. There is no better feeling in the world than tell it something funny and everybody's laughing.
And it works, right?
And
Yeah.
it's working, right? So you're sitting there and you're like, right. So it makes you really build up and want to do more and more and
Yeah.
more. It's like a adrenaline rush. But I've seen the other side where it's not working, and you're like, oof. Then you get the sweaty lip thing going
Of
on.
course, yeah. Yeah.
And you got to recoup. And I'm able to recoup, but and then it got to the point where everybody's like, oh, so you want to continue doing this? You got to do some open mics. You got to do this. You got to do that. I was like, I have no time to do that.
That's what happens. Though. I mean, but you're whatever you're comfortable with. You don't have to do it. I mean, open mics will get you better.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is nobody's going to invite you to do stuff if they haven't really seen what you're doing.
Well, yeah, that's
So I have to know people to get invited to do it. And there's been a few things that I was scheduled to do like at Dangerfields and a
Mhm.
couple other places, that I just backed out of.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
Well, Dangerfields is closed
I
now.
know
Now
it's gone.
they
Well, it's
opened
reopened
Rodney's
under
now.
a new
Yeah,
name,
it's
right?
Rodney's.
yeah.
Different people, but man, I've had some nightmare shows in that place. But but yeah, I think like I try not to produce any shows just because it's a pain in the ass. But like, if I'm gonna get a comic on, I want it to be somebody I've seen at least 5 or 6
That's
times.
what I'm saying.
It's like,
so,
all right,
the only people that have ever asked me to do anything are people who've seen me
yeah,
or have been on the show or whatever. So they're
It's
like,
hard.
oh yeah, I got no problem putting you on. I'm like, okay, good. But if somebody else would have to be a little skeptical. I'm like, I'm not going to put somebody on here. I know.
yeah. And if they're putting some money into a show, they're inviting people out.
Right.
They're like, I want to know what I'm getting.
Get off
you
the
know?
stage, you blow. know?
Yeah.
But yeah,
But that's good. 7 minutes is great. If you can get up every once in a while, you got 7 minutes, you have a good time, then that's perfect. That's all you need. You don't need the other stress of the.
I
Try-
wing it though. I fucking wing it.
Good, you should.
And I went the first time I was going up, very first time. It was Hector.
Oh, you're
Luis.
winging it day
I
one?
winged it first day.
How'd
Right?
that go?
I had this whole thing I was going to do. And then I said to myself, as I was watching two of the other guys that went up, and they were talking about family, Italian heritage,
Mhm.
stuff like that, and things that went on in their families. And when I went up there, I just fucking winged it about my family.
Yeah.
And it worked. It worked great.
That's people
And
love
it was
that.
a contest, and I ended up winning that contest.
Oh, great.
So I was like, great, that was good. So, but normally, and this is the way I am with just about everything I do, and I MC a lot of shows. I used to do a lot of stuff for political stuff,
Uh-huh.
and I kid around, I make jokes, I kid around with the politicians and
Right.
stuff like that, which kind of gets me in a little trouble, but
How are those political shows?
they're good.
I only did one,
No,
and
they're
it
good.
felt. Oh, I did. I
Because people, when they get into into a comical, oh, all right, I don't even know how to grab a call. But it's funny how you get two sides. You can
Yeah.
get two sides, and when you put them in a comedy setting, they suddenly get along good.
Yeah, that's because it's. I feel like people just don't get along. Both sides don't get along. It's the news. Everybody's on their own thing. It's whatever.
Well, who do we got on the,
Yeah,
on the phone?
who's on here? Do we have to press something?
I don't know, Bobby. Do we have to press something? We got anybody on the phone here on Limo Talk? How you doing? It's Ins. I think we're getting pranked. Oh, here we go.
Here's
Live on Limo Talk. You're on the air. Who is this?
I just have one question to ask you.
Oh, hi.
Oh,
Is
Is it really still on hold?
this is a caller? How long you been listening? Is this first time, last time?
But
What
I
is
can
this?
barely hear you.
What?
Yeah, first time, last time. I asked you a question.
Well, the music's too loud, so I can't
Say
even.
it again.
Is Zarelli still on hold?
I don't know.
I think he is.
I think Rich is still on hold.
All right, Rich, you there or no? Oh, turn this fucking
No.
music off. What the fuck?
What is the deal with this music?
All right, thank you. I'm listening. Hey, goodbye. Hello. I see Yoko Ono over here. I got what the fuck is going on?
Like it's kind of a nice vibe. You
It's
got
nice if it was lower. Put it on again lower. Grazi, you there?
He hung up.
Oh, fuck him too. You know what? We cut away from our conversation here. We were in the middle of something deep and something good.
Oh, we were getting so deep.
We were getting deep, and he fucking calls up, and we take the time to say, "All right, Graz, he's our listener. We're on the air. Let's go, Graz. You're on Limo Talk," and he fucking hangs up.
Because
What kind of
he-
shit is
he
that?
thinks you guys need help on the air. So
Oh
he's
my
trying
God.
To, I think we
Is
should
he
just
back?
close him out.
No, we don't
No.
need fucking help.
No
All
more-
right,
no more calls.
no more calls from him. Richie's gone.
Yeah, I think Richie's gone.
Richie's didn't drive off the road into a ditch.
No.
We've gotten rid of everybody.
We've gotten rid of everybody. We've
That's-
lost them all.
That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Things are going well.
It's Limo Talk. Next caller. Let's go. Somebody call in. Okay, good.
All right. Well,
There
that's
we
great.
go. All right. So anyway, who we were talking about is like doing comedy shows and stuff like that. Let me ask a question. Do you think about when you're on what number you're going up?
What do you mean? Like
like-
before?
No, let's say there's 8 guys doing the show that night, or 8
Okay.
comedians. Do you like to be first, second, third, fourth?
I don't give a shit.
You don't care.
No.
Yeah. But I think it says something to somebody when you're going to be like the second one. Well, the first,
I mean, if I had a choice, I want to be third.
third.
Yeah, that's a sweet spot.
It is the sweet spot.
That's
Okay.
a sweet spot.
See, I always thought the later you were on
No.
meant that well, the headliner goes on last.
Not if it's 8 comics,
yeah.
because then they're sitting through
Right.
a long
Well,
night.
that's my
If
problem.
it's- All right, so I'm doing 3-person shows now. If I do like the 30 minutes,
There you go.
That's
well,
3.
there you go. 3.
That I love to be in the middle.
Second.
I love to headline, but like, if there's 8 people on a show, and if they're all doing what, 10 minutes?
Yeah, you figure about 10. Yeah, 10, 20.
Yeah, it's a
the
long night.
headliner was going to do 20.
Yeah, and you want to do it's just a third. They heard the MC gets them going. They have a drink in them. The second person, they're warmed up. They know how to laugh. Third, boom, you can kill them. Third is the spot to be.
There you go.
They're not tired yet. They're still into it. I don't like that. Like I go late.
Later the drunker.
But they're drunk,
and they
which could be
and
good.
and they might heckle.
Yeah,
a little
or
bit
they
more.
could be they want to go home.
Yeah,
People want to go home. This is like a fun night for us.
You don't
A lot
want
of
somebody
people
at the table blowing out the candles.
Yeah, people are dragged.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
They're getting the bill. They're like, Jesus Christ, I have $20 for chicken fingers. Yeah, third, always third. That's
There you
where
go.
I
See,
go.
I'm glad I asked that question because I always wondered about that. What people like to go up, because
it depends what show though. It really depends.
Well,
what kind
the
of
numbers
show.
of people. I mean, we had. I think God, when we did the show at Murs, I don't even know how many people went up. That was ridiculous. It might have been 10.
Yeah, that one it seemed like it doesn't matter because either way nobody was.
I felt bad because
don't feel bad.
The few people that went up and everybody was talking, they couldn't get them to quiet down. The only one who got them to quiet down was Steve Rocco.
Because they were terrified of him.
Maybe. I think what they did was they looked at his outfit and were like, "Oh,
we got to listen to this."
Oh my God.
Guys wearing rings.
This guy is going to kill us if we talk. And he did his whole set. He was very good. He did his whole set, and nobody really spoke through it. Everybody talked their fucking heads off the entire time. Except maybe Billy Geyer was on.
Billy's great.
And Billy did a good set. He did good, and he got their attention.
Those guys are pros, though. You know, that's the thing about, you're talking about open mics. You don't want to do that stuff, but that's where you get better in those shit rooms where nobody's paying attention, where you learn how to I can get their attention. And like Steve Rocco, whatever the hell he goes by now.
Steve Rocco Perillo.
Steve Rocco, he changes his name every 3 weeks. He's a pro. He'll go up and he knows good. And he's funny. Billy Geyer too. Those guys will.
Billy's fucking funny, man. Yeah. Billy's good, but Steven did a great job. He had a lot of good, I love his whole thing where he does that little thing where he collects funeral cards.
Oh, it's a great,
It's fucking great.
People, I've never seen it fail.
No,
people always love it.
No, it's hysterical. Yeah. But and Matt Aravallo went up and Matt likes to tell more stories, and people drift off. They're all sitting there drinking, they're talking, and I was like, I felt like saying, "Will you all shut the fuck up?"
Don't ever feel bad. I mean, comics. We've done hell rooms over and over again, sometimes 3 times a night. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
That's called a
They're
hell
not
room.
going to pay attention. Yeah, it is. But if people aren't paying attention, who gives a shit? All right, I'm going to hear maybe there's 3, 4, 10 people here that are enjoying it. I'll talk to them.
If you know what? That's a great way to look at it because I've seen there.
If you're doing shows at a bar, you got to realize some people just showed up and they're like, I didn't come here to listen. I came here to
drink and talk to my friends.
So you got to keep that in mind.
That's a good point. Very good point. I didn't think of that actually. But you see, this was a specific night where it was a comedy night for a fundraiser for a specific organization, and all the people that were there were aware of the whole setup. Me to ignore that and to just let people come up there. We're putting them there. They're putting on a show for you. And for you to talk right through it, I felt like
that's a situation. I take that back to at a regular bar show where people show up
a regular bar
and
show.
Don't know that there's a show. If you paid and you know what it is, give the comic a little respect.
That's why I got mad.
Yeah.
I was like, I kept grabbing the mic on, folks. You know why you're here? It's a fundraiser. These people come up here to give us our time, give us their time, and they're here to entertain you. And you're talking all the way through it. They're like, oh yeah. Anyway,
that's just the nature of people.
Did not give a shit.
You put people at a bar together, they're gonna talk. I would do the same thing.
Well, if I was just a regular drifter coming in, I might, but they weren't. I don't know. We're going to try it again.
When are you
We're
going to
gonna
do
do
it?
it
That
again
was, the
soon.
thing was like a long time ago.
That was last April, and we're gonna do it again this April. I think.
Okay, all right. At
So
the
you're gonna
same
be
place?
there?
At the same place?
Yeah, Murs.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right, good.
Watch, I don't give a shit if nobody pays
I'm
attention.
gonna tell
I'll-
you. I go, hey, Brendan Bryan does not give a shit if you listen to
I
him. Go
won't.
fuck
I will
yourself.
still speak to you and tell you my dumb jokes with confidence. All
You
right.
got a good point about Steven, though. Steven got up there, and I think they were all like, yeah,
Steve walks into a Dunkin' Donuts.
yeah,
the crowd
the black-
turns.
yeah, they
He's
were
got
like,
everybody's attention.
he's got eyeliner. I heard someone go, I think he's got eyeliner on. I was like, yeah, he does.
He's got a crow under that
Yeah.
cloak.
He's a visor. He's
great.
funny. But yeah, and afterwards we went to a diner.
Okay,
We-
classic.
I forgot where we went. I forgot what place we went to, but we went to a diner afterwards, and Steve was like late as fuck. It was like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and Steve's ordering food, and he even then he's fucking waiter and waitress are walking over going, "Is this guy all right?" I'm like, yeah, he's fine, he's fine. And then he critiques me. He's going, he goes, when you MC, you talk too much. He says to me.
Oh.
He goes, you talk too much. Because I told a couple of jokes, and he's like, you really shouldn't. There's a lot of guys on, and you really shouldn't have been telling jokes. Just saying. And I was like, all right, next time I won't. I don't give a shit.
Next time I won't say a word.
Just Steve Rocco-Prillo. But yeah, I was
Yeah.
trying. In between, I was like commenting on the night, and how things were going. and stuff.
Wow.
But
The in between, that bothers me too.
so I learned something there.
Yeah. Because I'll tell you why. Because the MC, he gets up top, does his jokes, 10 minutes, whatever it is. He brings a person on. I think it should be no less than like, if there's something funny, crazy that you have to mention, but like move it along, because you want to go up after a comic, get some laughs, and work off their momentum. You know what I mean?
Right.
Once the
see,
crowd
all
starts
right.
to laugh,
But I took what Steve said to heart. I mean, I didn't take
it's
it like
good advice. To
no,
be
I
honest.
did not take it like fuck him. I didn't take it like that. I took it like you know what?
He
I think
knows.
he might be right because he's been doing this forever.
He knows.
And I'm sitting there going, I don't feel like I speed bumped anybody or anything like that, but I was like, you know what? Somebody was probably anxious to get up there, take on the like the coattails of the person who was just up, and just jump right up there and they had their attention and they were ready to go. And maybe you're standing there going, all right, I'm ready. Shut the fuck up. I'm ready.
That it
You know?
just sometimes it takes like, all right, if you get some momentum with the crowd and then the MC comes back, he's like saying whatever, then they're like, all right, then now we're starting at zero again. And but if you bring them right back, they're like, oh, you're just riding a mountain. You know what I mean?
And then you get, yeah.
By the way, I
do.
bomb all the time, so don't listen to my advice.
No, I'm totally taking that. I'm agreeing with you. I think that makes sense. But the funny thing was, we had one, I forgot who came up. It might have been Billy.
Okay.
Billy did his bit, and we really had the audience. We had them. Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, thank God they're
Yeah, yeah.
listening. They're listening.
That's a
now.
good act.
Right? So what does Graz do? He jumps up, grabs the mic from me.
Oh, Jesus.
Right. He goes, all right, we're going to take a little break now. I was like, break?
Ah,
The fuck are you doing? So we took like a 10-minute
There
break,
never need. There
and
doesn't
we
have to
lost
be a
them.
break.
and
I
we
don't think.
lost them.
Yeah.
We lost them.
Well, yeah. Once there's a break, they're like, all right, I'm not coming back.
They were done. They were
Yeah.
done. They were like totally fucking
Eh.
done after that. But
Hey, listen, these
you live, you learn.
You learn. That's what you learn.
But that's the whole thing. Is it's all a learning experience. Going up there and doing this, no matter how many times you do something. You know what's fucked up? It's about, and it's more like myself. The first time I do something and I wing it,
Mhm.
it comes out great.
Second time it's shit.
The second time, if I try the same approach, it
Yeah.
doesn't work. It's
Yeah.
weird. It's like you get that one burst of adrenaline to do something once where you're just like, nobody's expecting anything of you.
Because you're thinking, oh, it's going to go the same as the last time. You have to be like in that mindset where you were
Right.
the first time. You're like, oh, fuck. All right. I'm just going to wing this.
I'm going. I got nothing to
This
lose.
could go bad. But like the second time, you have more confidence. People are better without confidence.
Sometimes,
you know,
I agree.
not
that-
always.
And that's what happened. I was like really confident. I was like, hey, we're gonna do this. It didn't go that well. It didn't
Yeah.
go great. And I'm sitting there going, wait a minute. I should have done this. Should have been so much better. But what are you gonna do?
That's comedy, though.
It is comedy, I guess.
You
It's
know,
just like-
it is what it
but
is.
it's like this show too. I mean, we do this show. You do your podcast.
Yeah.
You sit there and you just something just works sometimes,
Oh, yeah.
and other times you're just like, no.
We've
No.
had shows where, where we usually do about an hour. We walk out, we're like, God damn it, we had nothing tonight. Just nothing worked. Because we don't go, we try to just go with like, all right, We don't talk about what we're going to talk about mostly
Neither do we.
beforehand. Yeah, and it's I feel like that's a good way to do it. So you just
Spontaneity.
yeah, and somebody will say something that'll be like,
And you
oh,
work
that
off
reminds
it.
me of this, and but sometimes that's just not clicking. And Jesus, but that's what it is. You
I'll
know,
tell you
listen,
what. With him,
uh-huh.
it's rare that happens because
Yeah.
he just, even if it's something's not going great, he says something fucking stupid and we just go off.
But that's why
Right? And it works.
that's why you guys have some good
And-
chemistry.
and
13
Rich-
years in.
Right. And Rich,
13
who's
years
been
in.
with us like 6 or 7 years now, he'll sit there and at first he used to be like, he used to have this whole thing where he was trying to be, and I don't know, I'm not saying respectful, but he was trying, he was just a little more reserved, laid back. And he was like, let Graz do his thing and Bobby does his thing or whatever. And now all of a sudden he's getting more like me, where he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And we do this thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So now he goes, now you're both going to team up on me. Now you're both, I got both
That's
of you.
fantastic.
And it's
Good
just,
for him. But yeah, he was finding his footing. That's the way to do it, though. All right, I'm
find out his
gonna hang back.
That's
I'm
what
gonna
he
see what
did.
this is all about.
That's what he did.
And now I'm gonna strike when I know I can.
Oh, now he
Yeah.
strikes. Richie strikes.
Good
now.
for Richie.
So it's
I
fun.
like Richie. I hope I meet Richie one of these
Richie's
days.
great. Richie's a good guy. Richie's got a.
We get him off the turnpike. You know,
we
I'd
got to
like
get him
meet
off the turnpike, get him in here. But he's been, I think, 7 years now.
That's
6 or
good.
7 years. So I was doing it with Graz 6 years before that.
So
And
let's
we had
be
a whole
honest.
bunch of old board op guys, which we don't even have the board here tonight. I don't even know.
Yeah, you got a little thing.
Yeah, what is this little thing?
Hey, listen, it gets out. That's all you need, right?
Point is, yes. That's all that matters.
And
And,
when do you think Graz is going to quit? Because it seems like that's on its way.
He's been saying this since the second year.
The first couple, I listen when I can. I'm like, he's like, I'm leaving. I'm out for this. I think
Well,
he's
this
on
is
his way
another
out.
thing. This is another thing, and it drives me nuts. And he's going to hear this. He's probably, I don't know if he's listening right now.
He's
Fuck.
listening.
Yeah, of course he can't. He can't let us be on our own. But anyway, like he always says, that's it. I'm gonna do this a few more months and we're done. So then he comes back and goes, I'm full on now. I'm in.
yeah.
I'm gonna do this. We're gonna really make this go. We're gonna rock and roll. We're gonna blah 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 blah. And then all of a sudden he goes, we're gonna take a couple of weeks off. I go, why are we taking a couple of weeks off? Because you got momentum. You're going good. Everything's going
It's the
fine. You
same
take.
thing with that comedy. You don't take breaks. Keep going, even if it's a bad show. Keep going.
I compare it to baseball. I've been
Yes.
coaching baseball for 30 years now. And I tell kids all the time, if you don't hit every day, if you don't practice every day hitting, if you take a week off, it's like you're starting all over again.
That's the same with everything. It's the same with everything.
It is. But
You just got to stay consistent with everything in
Right.
life.
Right. I feel like you lose an edge. We come back after like a few weeks off because whatever his reasons. And it's just like it takes a while to get your footing
It
again.
is. It's like, all right, I'm going to try to eat better this week. And you have like one day, like, all right, you ate better today. I ate better. And then one day you get McDonald's or some shit.
And you're done.
And then you're done in the gym the same way. Everything in life is like that.
I wish I had 10% of the receipts for gyms
Oh.
the day after New Year's.
Oh my God.
10% of of all the new signups because they never come back after the second week.
That's their whole business.
They make a fortune of it.
That and the fact that it's almost impossible to cancel a gym membership.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
had like, there was a time, I don't make a lot of money. I had 2 different gym memberships because I forgot that I couldn't get out of the last one. You have to like write a hand letter, a handwritten note.
that you're
that, like,
paralyzed now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I've grown lazy.
I'm an axe murderer. I can't come in
What
there
am
and
I
be
supposed
around
to say?
people.
It's-
I've grown lazy. I've gotten lazy.
What are you supposed to say to these people?
They really want to let. I've never been in the gym. Never been to a
Oh.
belonged to a gym. I've gone to a gym.
I have one right now, and I'm like, I haven't been there in 6 months, and it's probably
That money comes out every month though.
Yeah, but like the shame of just going in there and quitting. I'm like, maybe I'll go one day.
I like
6
I like,
months later, not gonna happen.
New year, new me.
Oh, it's
bullshit.
It's
Never
never.
happens.
It's always a new year. It's never a new you.
Yeah,
Just
no,
remember
that's
that.
right. It's
All
not.
right? It's just a worse you.
It's just
It's an older,
it's a
fatter,
more
bolder
procrastinating you.
And I'm talking about myself, but yes.
No, I'm talking about everybody. It's everybody. I see this all the time. I hear this. I listen to people. I hate when people say, I'm making New Year's resolutions. I'm like, fuck that. Fuck your resolutions. If you can't start today, November 7th, whatever, when you're talking to me, if you can't start doing what you're talking about doing today,
Mhm.
what are you putting it off to New
Already
Year's
done.
for? Do it now. Get your health together. Get your shit together. They're like, no, starting with the new year, you're not gonna do it. Fuck it. I used to own the bar, right? So
Yeah.
I used to get people come in all the time, and they'd sit down and like the biggest drinker. This guy drinks Jack Daniels with shots of Jack with a little Coke chaser, and all of a sudden he comes in on a Tuesday, and he's here every day, and he goes, "Hey, doing, Bobby? How you doing?" I go, "I'm doing fine." He goes, "What? A Jack and Coke?" He goes, "Nah, just give me a soda. Just give me a Coke." I go, "What's the matter?" He goes, "I'm quitting drinking." I go like this. No, you're not. They go, "Oh, my health is suffering." I go, "You're in a bar right now. If you were serious about quitting drinking, you wouldn't have come in here." "No, I'm not. I'm not going to drink anymore." I go, "Jack and Coke?" They go, "I just told you. I don't want to drink. I can't."
That's a perfect impression of a guy that's trying to stop drinking, by the way.
I'm all fucked up.
Oh, my God. I could tell you're in the bar business.
And he sit there. I go, "Listen," this guy's name was John. I go, "John, you'll be back.
You're coming back, John.
Don't kid yourself.
John,
You'll be drinking." I said, "If you're really serious about not drinking, I won't see you walk through that door."
Yeah.
So then he come in the next day. "Give me a Coke, please." I go, "Oh, look at you, putting off the inevitable."
Exactly.
And people go, "Leave him alone. He's trying to make himself better. He's trying to detox. He's trying to this." I was like, he wouldn't fucking come in here and sit here and stare at the wall like a fucking loser if he really was serious about quitting drinking.
You know where John?
He'd be joining a membership at a gym.
You know where John didn't go? He didn't go to a smoothie shop. Okay.
Yeah, he should be drinking health drink. Yeah, where's the smoothie?
He knows what he wants.
He should have been over at the juice bar, right? Getting something with leaves in it.
He's one of those guys. I just like to smell it. I want to be around it. Yeah, I like to.
He's like, "Oh, my friends are here."
Yeah, my friends.
So I used to get people all the time go, and they come in, they go, I was the worst. They go and they go, "I quit smoking." I go, "You quit smoking?" Yeah. They go, "Well, I'm just gonna, cut down." I go, "No, you're not. What are you doing? Why are you fucking kidding yourself? You either quit or you don't quit."
You know what you are? You're a realist.
I am a realist. That's exactly what I am.
That's what you are.
And I'm like, you're just putting off the inevitable. You will be back to smoking 3 packs a day.
Maybe
the fuck you
4.
Doing?
Now that you're going to make up for lost time.
Yeah,
right?
you will. You'll make up for lost time. I said, so the cigarettes you did not smoke today, you will smoke all in the next day. Just fucking smoke. I used to go like this. Smoke. Grab. You got cigarettes in your pocket? You got cigarettes? Well, I have them. I'm just not. Pull one out. Let's go. The other guy, get your fucking Jack Daniels going. Let's go.
Yeah.
Who we putting on?
I'm sure they did.
You're
eventually.
in here. You're going to fucking drink.
They are.
But it's just.
Probably saw a lot of that shit being in the bar business, right?
Oh, my God. I saw people do the most fucked up shit. I've seen people. And
What's the most fucked up thing you've ever seen?
A guy lighting his face up on fire.
By accident or like doing one of those fire shots?
Yeah, he lit up a shot.
No
He drank it and his face was on fire and he didn't know.
He didn't know how to
He was
blow
so
it
wet.
out?
He didn't know.
Did he even know his face was on fire?
I threw a wet bar towel at him. Smacked him in the face with it. He's standing there like this. He's wasted. He's drinking 151 rum. That's what he was drinking. Shot. Lighting it up. He drank it and it dripped down his face and it's like here. He's got flames.
Oh my
He's got
God.
fucking flames coming off his face.
Looks like
I was like, your face. I couldn't reach. I was like, your face is on fire. He goes, oh, what?
God almighty.
I go, you fucking. I grabbed the bar towel. I smacked him in the face when I hit it. And he goes, what the fuck are you doing?
Your face looks like a Guy Fieri shirt.
And then I'm looking. Oh my God. So I'm looking at him and he's like, I was like, motherfucker. I said, get out.
You kicked him out?
I threw him out. Because I'm thinking right away, I'm going to get blamed for this.
Yeah.
I'm getting a loss.
No, that's on him.
I don't know. So I threw him outside. I says, get out. Just get outside. Put him outside. He's leaning against the wall and drool is coming out of his mouth.
That wasn't drool. That was melting skin just falling out of him.
I wasn't sure. Either his face is melting or he's drooling.
He
stood
to the wall.
He was laying there. And I'm like, I don't fucking know what to do with this guy. So eventually he disappeared, but I didn't want to know.
It's a nice way of saying.
And I also had a guy beat the fuck out of a guy one day for having a dog.
For having a dog?
Well, we had a restaurant. I had a restaurant. It was a restaurant too. And the guy had a point. Guy comes in and he brings his dog in the bar.
Okay.
And this guy, Rob, who I'm not going to mention his last name, but he's big, burly guy, tough guy. And but he talked like this. He had this crazy voice. And he used to go, I just want to say, this is a restaurant. You shouldn't be bringing your dog in. And the guy goes, do you work here or something? He goes, no, but I'm here, and I don't think you should have a dog in the bar. And the guy goes, well, nobody's. I would happen not to be there.
Yeah, right.
I would have told the guy, no, don't bring the dog in.
Yeah.
But he brought it in. The dog's sitting nice or whatever. And
This wasn't a service dog. Or
no,
See,
that would be today.
Today,
The
you'd be
service
like,
dog, you'd be like,
it's my service ferret or whatever the hell it is.
That's so fucked up. Is this what goes on in the ball at the city field and stuff like
yeah,
that?
Yeah.
Somebody comes walking in with a dog. You go, what are you doing with the dog? They go, oh, no dogs. I go, no dogs. I go,
I'm anxious if I don't pet the thing.
It's a service dog.
Yeah.
And I go to the supervisors. I go, the guy says it's a service dog. He goes, well, you got to let him in.
Yeah, it's an easy out.
And I go, so everybody, I work.
This guy didn't have that excuse back then.
I work at Hendrickson Park in Valley Stream.
Yeah.
I do security there too, and people come in with dogs, and I tell people all the time, I'm like, you can't bring a dog in here, and they're prepared with the answer now.
They know the answer.
They're like, it's a service dog. I go,
Because
"Get
you
the
know
fuck out."
why? You know why? Because they've never walked in a restaurant with a dog and gotten the shit beat out of them.
Well, here's what happened. See that? So this guy now he leaves, brings his dog home. I think he went home or went somewhere else and got really wasted, really wasted.
Just thinking about it
Came
all night.
back and called the guy out. He goes, hey, motherfucker. He goes, you want to come outside? You got something to say to me? And the guy goes, oh. He goes, oh, you came back? Where's the dog? He goes, I brought the dog home. Now let's go, me and you. The guy took him outside. The guy who complained about the dog.
Yeah.
Beat the living shit out of him. Put him in the hospital. I mean, bad. The last blow was a cinder block.
Oh, Jesus.
He was laying down. He fucking hit him with a cinder block. All right. He goes to the hospital. He was in the hospital for like a month.
Dog's a sheltered dog now.
And that was probably the most fucked. And I got sued.
Oh,
I did get sued.
Really?
Yeah. And the fucked up thing was I was like, fuck this. This guy ain't suing me. Fuck you. I don't give a shit. You came in and called the guy out. He kicked your ass.
Mm-hmm.
You got what you deserve.
By the way, we finish your story.
So
I have something to add.
To take the story full circle, like 3 or 4 years later, maybe 5 years later, my daughter joined softball in Valley Stream Little League, and I look at who the coach is. It's the guy who got his ass kicked.
Cinder block head.
Fuck.
But here's what I'm thinking. That guy, to me, I'm listening to that story. He knew he was going to get his ass kicked because he took his dog home. Because the dog, he's like, if you know you can hit somebody, knock him out, and hold the dog and walk away,
and hold the dog.
You're good. He's like, all right, I got to at least bring the dog home to protect the dog because there's a chance I'm going to get my ass kicked.
You might be right about that. I looked at it a different way. I looked at it as like he did that. He was still semi-sober.
He was stewing.
Right? And it stewed at home.
Yeah,
he was embarrassed.
That's probably.
He was like mortified, embarrassed, whatever you want to call it. And it stewed in him and then he said, you know what? And he heard the way the guy talks. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Hello?
And he's like, I could take this guy.
And he was like, but no. This guy was fucking tough.
Dude,
tough.
I would never fight
He worked in concrete, the guy who beat him up.
Yeah, it's obvious. He beat him with a concrete brick.
He went for the first thing that was familiar to him.
He's like, this is the materials I'm used to. This is how I fight.
Maybe he actually brought the cinder block. I don't know.
So now the guy, you see him, he's the coach. Do you approach him or what's?
I wouldn't let my daughter play for him. I didn't
Yeah.
because he sent me this lawsuits. I got all the paperwork and stuff like that. And I called the league up, and I was part of the board of directors of the league.
Yeah.
And I said, listen, my daughter ain't playing on that team. They go, why? I told them the story. They were like, no, your daughter's not playing on that team.
Yeah.
So that was the end of that. But it was, how ironic is that? What are the chances?
Oh, my God.
Oh, fuck. But that's the kind of fucked up shit that used to happen. I had people, I had a guy standing in the back. He's in the back. We used to have somebody used to do the restaurant. It was a separate concession, and he put glass on top of all the tables in the back with tablecloths. And I come in, and this guy's got cocaine all over the fucking table, lines all out like this. So I walk up to him. I go, "What the fuck are you doing?" He goes, "What's the problem?" I go, "What the fucking problem?" I says, "You got coke all over the table in here. This is a bar." I said, "I could lose my liquor license. You fucking do shit like that. Get it off the table." He goes, "No." I go, "No."
Customer?
Yeah, he's a customer. I go, "No." He goes, once we're done, we'll clean up. I go, "No, you're going to clean it up. Get it off the fucking table right now. He goes, no, I walked over to the table. I just went,
Oh my
I
God.
blew it all off. You motherfucker. I was like, yeah, no, you motherfucker.
Come on. That's that disrespect to the highest point right
Yeah,
there.
it was. I was like, that's what got me is disrespectful. I was like, I'm running an establishment. You think nothing of doing this. Then when I asked
You
not
knew
to
this guy?
No, I never seen him before. I never saw him again.
See, if you knew him, if you knew him and he was a little drunk, maybe you'd be like, all right, I know Inns. He's gonna be all right.
No,
But man, that's
he didn't know
fucked up.
me.
Big guy?
He was a pretty big guy, but
Yeah.
he just, I don't know who the fuck, where he came off thinking this was okay, but he did. We had two
Bullshit,
separate
yeah.
entrances. We had one in the front. It was an L-shaped place. There was a back entrance. People used to come in the back entrance. It was very hard to see what they were doing back there.
Yeah.
But we had people. I had somebody come in one time, and I was looking. I used to always look. I had a lot of plants in the place, real ones, not like that.
Not like these things.
Yeah, not like this fake shit. So I had these plants hanging up. We had brass, and they were hanging off the brass thing. And I'm very observant. I'm walking around, and I go, oh, two of those plants are gone. What the fuck is going on here? And then I'm thinking to myself, it's May. It's fucking May. Why would somebody? What are they taking these plants for? Anybody go to the store now and go buy plants? You
Yeah.
need to steal I go outside. I look around. I see a guy in the car. He's got the plants. They're in his seat. I go, the fuck are you doing? He goes, oh. He goes, well, tomorrow's Mother's Day. And
Jesus.
And I was going to bring
Christ.
them home to my mother.
What a lucky mother.
I go, you're a fucking loser.
I got bar plants.
I go, you're a fucking loser. I said, you realize, I was like, do you realize people died out their cigarettes in those fucking plants?
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Your mother should be embarrassed
I said,
right now.
So I grabbed the two fucking plants out of his car and brought them back in. He goes, I'm really sorry. I go, you're fucking pathetic.
Oh, that's
You are
awful.
fucking pathetic. You're gonna bring those fucking pissy plants home to your mother that's sitting here with nicotine all over them.
Yeah.
and shit.
Just ash all over
Because you
them.
got to think of it. In those days,
You could smoke,
you
right?
could smoke in the bar. It wasn't until
Oh my
like
God.
2001, 2002 you couldn't. This was in the 90s. And this fucking guy was stealing plants from my bar. And I was like, you're going to bring those home to your mother, you fucking loser. Like, you're a loser.
That's such a loser move. But is it true that you guys, that there's like a certain percentage that you have to just like, all right, this is part of the budget that people are going to steal shit?
Yeah. I used to write on the back of my pictures, stolen from Inns 41.
Oh, that's a good move.
I used to write on the back.
That's a good move.
And I
I've
knew
never
that-
stolen a picture from a bar, but of course I've stolen, like a mug. I've done
Everybody
that.
steal. I went to my friend's house. At one time, they had an apartment, Grazade, with this guy in Long Beach. They
Mhm.
invite me to the house. I said, give me a glass. I said, I need the glass. They open up the cabinet. It's all my
Yeah.
glasses. It's all my fucking glasses.
Yeah. That's
I was
how
like, and I said, I'm missing glasses. Here they are.
I'm a single guy. My entire apartment, every glass is just like a Guinness glass, a Blue Moon. It's whatever from whatever bar I
Right.
decide to take it home.
So that's when you say to yourself, all right, the smart move is to make glasses with the name of the bar on them.
Yeah, but that would make me want to take it even more.
But they're going to take them anyway.
They're gonna take them anyway, right?
So they take them. But people used to walk off with shit. I used to have tons of stuff. I was back at that time, I was on the TGI Fridays kind of thing where I hung everything on the wall.
Okay,
There
yeah.
was so much. I had skis. I had fucking rackets, tennis rackets. I had clocks, tons of different clocks from different sports.
Not enough of that
pennants,
these days,
right?
by the way.
I know they stopped.
They stopped.
But
doing it.
I had them all over the place, and I used to come in and do a mental inventory quickly. What's still here? What's gone? And I would look, and all of a sudden I go, I had a Met pennant clock. It was nice. It was I had screwed into the wall.
Yeah.
Right. It was right where the big part of the pennant is, where the Mets logo was, had the clock on it, and it said New York like this. And somebody pulled it right out of the fucking wall.
Ugh,
I'm
piece
like,
of
all right,
shit.
whatever.
I could see why you'd want it, but like, yeah. Listen, you're at a bar, people are drinking, they get courageous. So
Oh yeah.
that's at like a CVS or not CVS, whatever, a regular place. People aren't stealing shit like that. Bar
No.
drinks and drugs, that makes people do shit. You
Oh
know?
yeah. They're like, that's fucking nice, man. I'm gonna take that fucking
Yeah.
thing. Anybody look? Oh, somebody calling again?
We got a call.
We got a caller. Yeah, Bobby's eating some gummies back there.
Yeah.
Hello, you're on the air with Limo Talk.
Could you just let everybody know that next week comedian Joe Pontillo's coming on?
Hello, you're on the air. Who is this?
I said, could you just let everybody know that next week comedian Joe Pontillo's coming on?
I'm sorry, we can't hear you. Is there anything you wanted to say to us?
Did Pontillo
fucking hate
cancel
you.
on you guys?
No, really, he's going to be on next week, definitely.
Yes, Joe Pontillo's confirmed for next week. Just want to tell you, I'm sitting here. My customer still hasn't gotten out of baggage yet, so I could have stayed there. But you guys did a very good job, and I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, and I'm proud of him. Just so you know.
We're having a good time. This is a lot of fun. And Joe Pontillo is a hilarious stand-up. So I stand my
I'm
approval
looking
on
very,
that.
very forward to having Joe.
I
on
love
here.
Joe. Now, did Joe
You know,
cancel on you?
hey,
I thought
Joe-
he was supposed to come last week or something like that.
Yes, he was supposed to come, but he had a show, and it ran over. But he didn't even do the show and never came to our show. Right, Bobby?
Gotcha.
Yeah, he says, yeah, it was funny. He calls it like 5 to 11. And he goes, like around now. And he goes, oh, yeah, I couldn't come tonight. He goes, because I had that other show to do, but they canceled the show. I'm like, and now you,
Yeah.
why didn't you call us earlier? Just do a little phone segment, But
Well, if you guys have won the best podcast of Long Island, maybe he would have showed up.
yeah, we're not that. See, you see,
Yeah.
we
go.
lost
Here we
an
go.
edge
Listen,
there.
Did he, hey, Bobby? You didn't tell him about one of your bartenders shitting in a pickle bucket in your basement constantly.
How
Oh
the hell
my
do you
God.
miss that story?
Oh, you want that?
Has
story?
it been repeated on this podcast? That
It's
people
been.
have-
Yes, it has.
Well,
It
if
has.
you don't have to tell it again,
I
That's
will tell it.
Crazy.
Yeah,
enough.
you can.
All right, let's hear
Tell
it.
it.
I
All
want to
right.
hear it.
Well, fucked up the bar business, right? Yeah. Well, I'm sitting in my place. I had the restaurant going, and we had these 5-gallon pails of, like Home Depot buckets, that size.
Yeah.
They were for pickles.
Pickle
We used to get
bucket.
pickles, 5
Were you
gallon.
making your own pickles?
No, we were slicing them up for burgers.
Oh,
and
I got
stuff.
you. Yeah.
So for the burgers, it was cheaper that way. You get, and they're fresher. So instead of getting those little sliced, crinkle cut looking pickles, we were slicing them up ourselves fresh every time somebody ordered a burger. So anyway, I go downstairs one day, and my bartender is on the phone right now, and he worked the night before, and I'm looking down the middle of the floor, and I see this pickle bucket in the middle of the floor. And the gigantic spacious basement with really not much in it, but in the middle of the floor, there's this pickle bucket.
My headphones were off. I just want to make sure you guys.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think something just sounds weird in my head too. But so I'm standing there and I'm going, the fuck is this pickle bucket doing here? And I'm looking up at the ceiling for possibility of drips. Well, there are any drips, but there's no water in the bucket. There's nothing in the bucket. So I grabbed the bucket, I put it back in the corner, and I left it there. I wish I didn't touch it in retrospect, but I did. So a couple of days go by, I go back downstairs, pickle bucket in the middle of the floor. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this fucking pickle bucket? Why is somebody putting a pickle bucket here? And I'm thinking of all types of scenarios. I'm trying to figure out what could possibly going on. It's not dirty. It's not, there's nothing in it. It's empty, but it's right in the middle of the fucking floor. Not against the wall, not in a corner, right in the fucking middle of the floor. And then there was an old ice machine somewhere near, that didn't work anymore, somewhere near it. And I'm looking at that, and I see a roll of toilet paper on top of the ice machine. And I grabbed the toilet paper and the pickle bucket. I grabbed the toilet paper, bring it upstairs. I put the pickle bucket away again. And I start asking people, what's going on with the fucking pickle bucket downstairs? Anybody know? Nah, nobody knows. So a couple of days go by. I go back downstairs. Pickle bucket in the middle of the fucking floor, toilet paper on the fucking thing. And I'm thinking, my first thought, every night it's been after Graz worked. Every night. It's been after he worked. I got to when I see it. All right. So I grab the toilet paper. I go, that's it. When he comes in, I'm fucking grabbing him. I go, what the fuck is going on with the pickle buckets? Why are there pickle buckets on the floor downstairs in the middle of them? What are you doing? I'm thinking maybe he's, I don't know, sitting on it to sell drugs. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. And what's at the toilet paper? He goes, well, I don't like running in the bathroom. I don't want anybody to see me in the bathroom. I go, what?
Whoa.
He goes, I go, what are you talking about?
Wait, it was Graz?
It was. So he goes, I go, what the fuck are you doing?
Graz, you shitting pickle buckets?
He goes like this. He goes,
Yes.
he goes, I come in. He goes, in the middle of he goes, it's busy, fucking people. I go, you go downstairs And you do what? He goes, I take a trash bag, I put it in the pickle bucket, I take a shit in it, wrap the bag up, I throw it in the dumpster, and I fucking take the toilet paper and I bring it down there. I go, you're shitting in the basement in my pickle buckets? The fuck is wrong with you? He goes, it's in the bag. What's the big deal?
Listen, it's better that it's in the bag, but not excused.
No, not excused.
Cocaine is a terrible
Yeah,
thing.
it is. Yeah, it is.
He get
Holy
and then
shit.
then other thoughts are going through my head. I'm going, so you're running downstairs with a full bar because you don't want to go in the bathroom and you don't want anybody to see you taking a shit in the bathroom.
Right.
So you're running downstairs with a full bar, taking a shit, leaving the bar unattended all this time.
Oh my
He goes,
God.
well, I never thought
I
of it."
wash my hands.
The fact that the bar was unattended is the least of our problems, though. Oh
taking
my.
shits in buckets.
And was it the same bucket, or you just like?
No, it was variety.
So those beautiful homemade pickles were tainted with grass and
Listen,
shit.
my customer's coming out. I gotta go.
Oh,
Brendan,
yeah,
I
it's-
love you.
yeah,
Thank you for
I know
coming.
what happens
All
when
right,
you
I'll
gotta
talk to you
go.
during the week.
What is there,
Bobby,
a
I
pickle
love
bucket
you.
nearby?
He's gotta
Not
go.
too much.
Hi,
Goodbye.
Erica.
Erica doesn't want to hear this. Oh, God.
You know what scares me is he wanted you to tell that story.
I know.
Oh, he did. He
He
did.
did. He's dying for me to tell it.
Yeah, he's proud of that. He's proud of that.
Yeah.
Good for
Sick.
him.
That's what's so fucked up about him.
He's a sick man.
He really is.
He was shitting in a fucking pickle bucket in my
Where the hell's
basement.
that voice coming
It's
from?
That's Bobby,
I'll
right?
be
Nick?
honest.
Oh, Bobby, you behind us?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in.
Oh, fuck. There's so many nooks and crannies of this place.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. He's on the screen. What
Yeah.
a place you got over here, Bobby. This is fantastic.
So
Thank you.
Bobby just redid this place pretty much.
I
but,
did I did an open mic here one time.
Oh, okay.
So I was here one time. But yeah, I never really got to look around. This is fantastic. Nice
this is
and close
a-
to
it's a-
home. So yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I look at all the other corners of the place and wish I was sitting there instead of here. But that's all right. Like over there, I like that spot over there.
Oh, so does every show have their own little corner?
No, there's an extra $5, I think, to sit over there.
What? Because you got the city behind there. You
I
got the...
don't know how much more it is. I have no idea.
This is kind of nice though. You don't like the
I fucking hate it.
yeah, you like real plants, right?
I want real Vivey.
No, he wants bricks.
Bricks are nice.
Bricks, you could do
Bobby
bricks.
bricks.
Bobby bricks.
And I want a table that faces this way, not sideways. I don't like.
It would feel like it would like it's hard to like talk to the camera. I guess we're not talking to the camera.
I feel like I've walked up to someone's picnic table and I'm talking at the end of the table.
yeah.
over here. But yeah,
You know what though? I like the vibes here. I like the vibes. I didn't know what I was getting into with this show. I like you guys, but I had no idea what. But this is fun. You guys are.
it's a good spot.
This
yeah.
is good.
No, we have a good time.
You guys, I want more out of you guys.
we expect you here every week.
I've been wanting more for a few
Bobby-
years now.
Bobby
it
tries-
ju- it
he
just
tries-
never comes.
He tries to push. Well,
You-
you know, it's really not. It's not up to me. I mean, if I'm the one that was running the show completely, it says Limo Talk with Graz. I mean, well, not doesn't say that on there.
It says share the show, which you
Share
guys
the show.
aren't.
Yeah, we share. See, that all started from a simple thing where it was like he would sit there and go, "All right, everybody, it's Graz." You know, you're in the middle of telling a story, and he'd be
Right.
like, "All right, so Fran is listening from Fran Gatto's listening from Kathy Panaccio's listening, and this one's listening." I'm like, I was telling a story. I was just fucking telling. Yeah, but I want to acknowledge these people. All right,
Yeah.
whatever. And he would go, Joan Croupier, sure, and I'll be, all right, great. So
Well, you
Greg
guys could-
Filippo.
You guys could also just get on and just be like, just name people that are on there. I mean, or you could have a conversation.
No, but I'd be in the middle of talking. I'd be in
I
the middle
could
of doing
see,
something.
yeah. Have a conversation, see where it goes.
So Bobby's like, he's like, you guys really should, promote it a little bit more. And every week it was like he was going, all right, so folks, share the show. So I'm sitting there going, share the show, share the show, share the show. So we made it our catchphrase. It was like, share the show. And that's great. But like Bobby says, we really have to explore more.
Yeah, you gotta. I don't know.
Distribution.
It's good though. You got a good thing going here. You got a good thing. I'm definitely gonna. Like I said, I'm on the road all the time, and all I do is listen to podcasts now. So you guys are in my rotation.
We're in the rotation. We
I
made it.
I really I enjoy it. I enjoy it. You guys have a good vibe.
So where are you going to be?
Okay. Can I take out my
Yeah, go ahead, because
not
we're going
that
to wrap it up.
Not that anybody here is probably gonna go. Next Friday, I'm gonna be at Ghost Brewery with Steve Rocco Perillo.
There you go, Steve.
And then I'm doing a string of shows, like I said, March. I don't think you have listeners in Ohio. I don't know. I'm in Ohio, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and then local. If you're in Farmingdale,
Farmingdale,
Dalers, March 29th at Alibi. We got a good
Alibi.
lineup there. And if you're ever in Manhattan, I'm at the comic strip on the 20th of March, and I'm at the Grizzly Pear most weekends.
Cool.
Downtown and uptown. So yeah, I'm around. I'm out there.
Well, Brendan, it was great having
Brendan
you on.
Ryan, Adult Babies Podcast.
Adult Babies Podcast. The winners of the contest.
Yeah, I don't think anybody really wins that contest. We just
you did.
Well, I don't know.
But we're gonna wrap it up now.
Thanks for having
Brendan,
me. Thanks
for
coming
coming
on.
on.
This is a lot of fun.
You stepped in and you did a great job for us. I
I'm
really
always here.
appreciate it. So anyway, everybody, thanks for tuning in tonight. We had a great time. Brendan Ryan.
Thanks, guys.
Catch him. Where's the next place?
You're gonna make me name it again?
No, New York.
Oh, in New York, I'll be at the comic strip.
I'm
opening for my buddy's doing a special there, so I'm opening for him on the 20th of March.
All right, so if you got guys going to be in the area, go catch a good show.
See a show.
All right, folks. Have a good night, Bobby. We're wrapping it up. All right.
Hey, wrap it up.
Good night. We'll see you next week.
Share the show.
Share the show.